In today's video, this is just a stream VOD of me watching a video by the YouTuber Ish called 1,000 Players Simulate Civilization, Rich and Poor. Honestly, this is one of the best videos I've watched in a really long time. And be sure, if you guys want to watch it without my commentary, go check it out. I'll put the link down in the description. Awesome video. If nothing else, make sure you go give it a like. This is the only video by this guy I've ever watched, but this video is incredible. And feel free to stop on into my live streams if you want to see more things like this. I stream almost every day. But without further ado, today is a very special day because we're going to be watching and reacting to the entirety of this video right here. It is 1,000 Players Simulate Civilization, Rich and Poor by the YouTuber Ish. I'm already going to give it a like. I watched the first 10 minutes the other day. I was like, this needs to be watched on stream. And it needs to be watched as fully as possible, which is why I'm wearing the green screen suit so you guys can see behind me, the footage that'll be behind me. Now, I saw like TikToks and like all kinds of videos saying like, yo, this video is so good. Like, you should watch this. This is better than most movies I watched. And I was like, okay, whatever. We're just like hyping up this video. I know how this goes. Like, it's probably a good video, but like, we're just hyping it up. Guys, I watched the first 10 minutes of this. And when I say this was a cinematic masterpiece, that's exactly what I mean. It was a cinematic masterpiece. It has 12.3 million views right now. It came out a month ago. And yeah, we're going to give it a watch because it is, in fact, 2.5 hours. We're definitely going to be here for a little bit, which is why I started stream slightly early. But let's get into it.
In the biggest social experiment in Minecraft
Let me know if the volume is okay.
1,000 people across 2 massive islands to simulate a realistic civilization. The players were given no help or guidance, and just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. Now, each player has the freedom to do whatever they want. Farm for food, become a dictator, and build a
Could you
society.
imagine if you got set up for this this thing and you die on like the first day?
While one island is a rich green paradise,
Alright.
the other one
You're kidding me.
is a barren wasteland. It's up to each player to work with what they've got. Will there be peace between the islands, or will there be war?
So single life SMP is like a popular thing.
It's the single most amazing
Because I just
story
die
arc
all the
ever
time in
seen.
Minecraft.
All will
I
say
can't
is
imagine
pick a
doing that.
nation to root for and enjoy the video. I present to you the Rich and Poor 1,000 Player Civilization Experiment. Don't forget, if you want to participate in these videos, join my Discord server, and of course, subscribe to my channel. All right, we got 1,000. Good luck, everyone.
Holy crap. That's crazy.
It was
1,000 people in
the
the
beginning of
server.
day 1, and all 1,000 players began to explore their new homes.
What is this place?
You want subtitles? Probably not.
Before the first day, I had made everyone choose randomly between Island 1 and Island 2. And I didn't tell them that one of the islands, the first one, would be a barren wasteland. Hey, you guys having a good time?
No. There's nothing here. Please tell me where the trees are, bro. I cannot find anything.
It didn't take long for the people who chose Island 1 to realize they had made a massive mistake.
I hate this place.
So if they chose randomly,
Players
how did
realized
they
that
get
building
even amount
civilizations on Island 1
on
would be
each?
particularly challenging, and not only because it was empty, but because
Except
some
both
parts
island
of it
has
were
500.
completely uninhabitable, like the snow biome. Oh no! No! Help! And right next door, a
Jeez.
massive volcano that could erupt at any moment.
Ooh, I'm not going down there.
This volcano also happens to heat up all the water on the island.
Okay.
This killed a lot of people. Now, to begin building civilizations, the players needed to find a tree.
Please tell me where the trees are, bro.
Wood is an essential material, and without
imagine
it,
you
really
die
can't do
day
anything.
1.
Now,
to
luckily
some
for
water.
Island 1, there was one
That would
tree
be
on the island, and
diabolical.
it was pretty big too. But, of course, it was completely surrounded by boiling water.
You've got to be kidding me.
Meanwhile,
Chat, be honest. If I was in this, how long do you think I'm surviving? Let's say I'm on Island 2 here.
let's go over to Island 2.
5 minutes max? Okay. 4 game days. That's probably more accurate.
Life on Island 2 was beautiful. The terrain was green, the trees were plentiful, and the water was normal temperature.
Open for business.
Selling water? This is from the ocean. Are you trying to make me drink ocean water?
No.
The people on Island 2 immediately realized they had chosen the island of safety and wealth. You are literally a piece of gold.
Yeah.
The only real danger on Island 2 was
Is the volume
possibility
okay
of
for
falling
you guys?
down from a tree as you're collecting wood. But some people found a way to even work around that. So you're planning to build a bakery.
Yes, I am.
And you're forcing your employees to go up and get oak?
Oh, no.
She forcing you to work up here.
Hey, no.
I love how she already has a cat.
I don't want carrots. I want fair working conditions.
Also, because of the vast amounts of trees, people were very quickly able to craft tools that allowed them to mine underground. Hello, Saps. You doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, this island's great.
So many diamonds already.
Yeah,
Wow.
look at this. Yeah, I'm loaded.
Overall, the people of Island 2 were thrilled with their new home, thrilled with their wealth, and they were very optimistic about their future.
I'm happy for them.
By the end of the first day, players on Island 1 had finally reached the big tree. You realize how high up you are?
Oh yeah, no, we're not scared.
No?
No pain, no gain.
Island 1 was still pretty far from having fully fledged civilizations, but there were communities starting to form. For example,
That's true.
this
I wonder how
player
the
named
Nether
Remy the
works.
Rat's
That's
made
a good
small
point.
restaurant to feed those who were starving. Remy the Rat, what are you serving them here? It's very popular. Bread? And you can... What the frick? Why? Wait, is this a bread line? Yes. Oh no!
Island 1 would be more fun, but like,
who had chosen to settle
I would
in
not
a
want to die
weird
instantly.
Location.
People at the volcano.
What type of people would choose to live on a volcano? Hey guys.
Hello.
What the?
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Mafia.
Mr.
This was
Pikachu.
Lingolini, and he had recruited about 20 people to join his Italian Mafia. His goals were very simple: make friends and get rich.
Hold on, can we tell you a little secret? We found some netherite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't tell anyone though. We're trying to keep it between us.
We'll check back in with these guys later, but in the meantime,
You know
on
what I always
Island
find
2,
weird is that, like, do you guys notice how many YouTubers are out there that like have millions of subscribers? Like, how many does this guy have? 1.4 million. I've just never heard of this guy before. It's not even like I never watched him before. I just never heard of him. Also, yeah, I don't know how they found nether. Maybe there is no nether, and like there's certain spots for netherite on the world. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe there is no nether. That's the only way I can think of them finding netherite. Unless if they're lying because they're that mafia.
There were actual huge civilizations starting to form.
How many of the subs came from this video?
Government. I just want to make a nice.
Probably got like 100,000 from it.
This player named Call Me Cass was the leader of about 50 people in a nation she named the Cass Coalition. And a coalition it was of very different types of people, including pirates, bankers, Canadian cartels, bakery owners, and their employees.
I want fair working conditions.
That's
How much
true,
are you
King.
being
That's true.
paid to work up here?
Paid? People are getting paid?
Now, later in the day, Island 2 would face its first conflict. What the heck?
Hey, you guys can't be destroying the beach.
Who are you?
A group
Uh-oh.
of about 20
Drama.
people were extracting sand from the shore right next to the Cass Coalition. Cass was obviously not happy about this, but these people didn't care because they were from a much bigger nation called the Commonwealth.
We're actually 5 nations combined.
Were those cars? Those boats? Are those supposed to be cars?
We're actually
That's
5
sick.
nations combined into one. So we have strength in numbers.
The Commonwealth was a massive civilization that was formed on day 1 when 5
have
distinct
roads?
groups were close enough to each other that they just decided to come together and unify under one nation. As a result, the Commonwealth had a government with 5 leaders at the top and over 150 citizens.
We're going to turn this mountain into our city currently.
Ah, okay. The Commonwealth leaders were very ambitious and wanted to make
This
the
would be so
Commonwealth the
fun to
most
be in like one of these
beautiful,
groups.
the most respected, the most powerful nation on Island 2, even if it came at the expense of others. Overall, by the end of the day, Island 2 was much further ahead than Island 1, as expected. But let's see what happens in the following days. As players logged back in the next day, nobody was expecting that the beginning of day 2 would end up having one of the most consequential moments of the entire event. Revy the Rats was running his restaurant when he received a visit from a player named Spoon.
Does anyone... Knight, I need food, I'm dying.
Yo, Spood.
Well, yeah.
I do have food. You're private, but
Oh, I need food.
Oh, Spood.
I'm too kind. I care about everyone else before myself. It's such a problem.
Now this player, Spood, was a rising leader on Island 1. He was known for always giving away his own food. But some people started to suspect that Spood's supposed generosity was merely a method to gain popularity, to further his political ambitions.
I wonder how you would think that when your skin literally looks like
to further his
Julius Caesar. Bribery works, guys. Let's go, Sludge. Thanks for the lurk, man.
That is until.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Who is a traitor?
Oh my goodness, an assassination attempt. What a Giga Chad.
Spood had
Now this
survived an assassination attempt.
This is like the last thing I saw. I watched like maybe another 30 seconds, but this is the last event I saw. Now everything else is going to be new to me.
Which brought him exactly the attention he needed to cement himself as a legend on Island 1. People were drawn to him, and on day 2, Spood used this leverage to establish an empire named Westelm.
Now, in my mind, I would be like, oh yeah, I'd be like one of these guys that control a nation. No full well I'd be picking potatoes.
You mean where people
I'll be a
fight to the
peasant.
death?
Exactly!
Even though the people of Westelm were still struggling with food and resources, their motivation to succeed was unbelievably high.
Earlier, somebody tried to take my life. Someone with this face.
They skinned his head.
He's dead!
For the first time, it seemed like the people of Island 1 had hope.
The Ballad of Emperor Spoon. Nearly killed by some dude.
Island 1 was finally starting to develop civilizations, but not all of them were as motivated as Westelm. Right next door, for example, was a cult named Nevermore that literally just boxed themselves in and wanted nothing to do with the rest of the world.
Quoth the Raven, nevermore.
And honestly, these guys weren't wrong to be pessimistic. See, some of the people who chose
That's a
Island
pretty
1
sick
had
base.
secretly been hoping that when they finally make it underground, they would find troves of iron and diamonds. But instead, they only found a giant layer of lava
Oh, what
that
the
stemmed
heck?
from the volcano and covered the entire island.
That's awful.
This lava layer ended up killing a lot of people. That said, a lot of people weren't necessarily angry at the poor conditions themselves, but more so about the inequality between Island 1 and Island 2. See, even though the two islands had a border separating them, preventing anyone from crossing for now, rumors were spreading about the wealth and the amazing environment of Island 2. Because of this, some people on Island 1 were starting to develop some feelings about the other island.
Island 2 might be the better island, but we're the better people.
Oh,
That's right.
In fact,
That's
artists
right.
on Island 1 were already making propaganda posters. Some
Guys, who are we cheering for, Island 1 or Island 2? I have a feeling I know what you guys are going to say.
which were rather concerning, including a few creations by our Mafia leader, Lingolini. Speaking of Lingolini, there was some drama
did that one
creations by
say?
our Mafia leader,
Let me see what some of these say. Go to the Italian Mafia. Join the Linguini mob family. Don't hog the resources. Workers of Island 1 must unite. Join the unification effort today. It took 30 hours.
Lingolini.
Cheer for the harmony that the YouTube gets taken down.
Speaking of Lingolini, there was some drama on the volcano on day 2.
I just survived an assassination attempt.
What?
I don't think the YouTuber is part of it.
Mamma Mommy, help me! I'm getting chased. Lego likes just attacked me out of nowhere, and I had to run down the mountain.
It was becoming a pretty common occurrence on Island 1 for people to try to rob or murder as a means to get food or resources. But Lingolini was not going to let that slide. Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
Yeah, why would the Mafia do that?
Everybody in the Mafia knows that the Lego likes is an enemy of the Mafia.
But then, during our interview... Oh, wait, who's coming out over here? There's some people coming out.
Those are people coming for me. They're our allies.
Oh, really? Lingolini had decided to share his volcano territory with a larger group called Infernus, whose main goal was to preserve and protect the sacred land of the volcano. I spoke with the leader, a player named Seneca, who described herself as the Queen of Infernus.
We are a nation of the flame. We have to treat the volcano with the respect it deserves, and we hope we can work with Lingolini to do just that.
Seneca and Lingolini agreed to protect each other in case of an invasion and use the volcano's height and flowing lava to their advantage.
If anybody tries to attack us,
What was that scaffolding? I wonder how many people died building whatever they're building here, because what is that? That's like those photos of people building the Empire State Building.
if anybody tries to attack us, we'll kick them out like a Koopa shell.
Now, speaking of invasions, on day 2, the Cask Coalition was approached by an army of boats.
Can't fall if you crouch. I mean,
Guys, I think we're
not
under
everyone's gonna
attack.
crouch though. Oh my
It looked like
gosh!
for some reason, the Commonwealth was coming to attack.
No, we can't fight this. We gotta run. Get everyone out. Get everyone out.
But after a few moments of panic, it turned out to be just a group of immigrants who had gotten lost.
We are not here to invade, I swear.
Oh,
We are not here to invade you, we promise.
Why are y'all here? It's you
But I didn't do anything. I just followed them.
brought them all. You didn't do anything. Okay.
The leader of the migrants, a player named 3 Below Zero, profusely apologized for the scare, and then the
Yeah, that
migrants
is a
took
little
off.
terrifying.
What's going on, Cass?
I know they didn't mean to do that. I'm telling my people not to worry.
Glad to hear.
Oh,
Now, on
some
day
funky
2,
music.
players had
That's one new.
finally realized that Island 2 was not technically an island at all, but an archipelago or chain of islands. The northern island was an optimal
What
place
now?
to settle with open fields,
This could be a
trees,
word
and
or word
wildlife.
somehow.
So naturally, it had the biggest civilizations, including the Commonwealth, the Cask Coalition, and a huge kingdom named Tricolor, ruled by a monarch named Jofiel.
The red stands for the underground, the green for plains, and the blue for the coast.
The center island, meanwhile, had pink cherry blossom trees and was the home of a small nation called Barbieland. What is this?
Life in plastic?
Oh god.
It's fantastic.
Okay. And lastly,
Oh,
the
boy.
southern island was big, but also extremely dense, flooded with jungles and swamps. As a result, nobody really wanted to stay there, although I did find one person. Saps, what is this?
Can't you tell? This is my vacation home.
How's this a vacation home? I don't see any lawn chairs or furniture. There's no
Hey,
roof.
hold your horses there, cowboy. It's not
This is
done
pretty
yet.
sick
Saps
looking.
was one of the few players who chose not to join any civilizations because he didn't want to get dragged into politics and drama. Still, he made
You know,
lots of friends across Island.
unironically, this is really interesting because this shows like how people would actually react if they were able to choose for the most part. Like obviously some people are playing up a part, like Linguini, he's being part of the Mafia, and all those people who are in the Mafia probably in real life, for the most part, might not join the Mafia. But like there's people who are just like, you know what, I'm gonna go do my own thing, go off the grid. There's people who would like, I'm going to join a small little commune. There's people who join a little cult. There's people who are like, you know what, I want to go to the most successful area. Let's go to the Commonwealth to be protected. Like, I know this is Minecraft, and I know this is like all for fun, but it's really showing like how people would react in said situation, which I do find interesting, which I think is kind of the whole point of this.
To his best friend Flux actually being the second in command of the migrant group. Speaking of, 3 Below Zero and the migrants had finally reached their destination all the way up north. Now, other than accidentally invading the Cask Coalition, these guys seemed pretty insignificant. But little did people know, this new civilization was about to change the entire world.
Oh?
We are blessed to live where we live,
Mm-mm.
and we intend to use it for good.
Bless up.
We are enlightened. We are the light. We are Luminara.
The migrants had decided
chat.
to call their civilization Luminara. They saw themselves as the light of Island 2, the innovators, the inventors. See,
Hold
the
up.
of Island 2,
I was gonna cheer
the
for these
innovators-
guys, then I saw this. The classy British. I hope they all burn in the fires of the volcano.
Inventors. See, the
I don't know about you
reason
guys.
300 had chosen this
Wait, I love
specific
talk.
location to settle, well, it wasn't by accident. After the first day, 300 had used content and propaganda released by the people of Island 1 to estimate the location of the other island. He then used a coordinate system to calculate the northernmost point of Island 2. His goal was to settle as closely as possible to the other island so that when the day comes, when the borders drop, Luminara can build a massive bridge connecting the two islands, giving free passage
kinda
as a sign of good faith to perhaps bring about world peace.
You know what's
But
wrong with the
it
bridge.
wouldn't be that simple. The second in command of Luminara, Flux, as well as a few concerned citizens, did not want that bridge to be built. They had seen the Island 1 propaganda. They knew that people on Island 1 were angry. Their fear was that Island 1 would just use that bridge as an opportunity to invade Luminara and perhaps invade the rest of Island 2, leading to a world war.
That is such a crazy, like, actual dilemma. Like, that bridge is literally could flip either way. It could be the sign of peace, or it could literally just give the other side easy passage. That is wild. But what I was going to say is that, I don't know about you guys, but my favorite character so far is Remy the Rat.
That bridge is a bad idea. Moving up north
Giving out his
is a
free
bad
bread.
idea. Island 1 is going to invade us, and Luminara is going to be their first target.
What about the goal of world peace?
I respect our leader's goal, but he's dead wrong. We shouldn't be trying to befriend our enemies. The way we're going to achieve world peace is by uniting Island 2 against Island 1.
What if 300 says no? What if they finish the bridge?
Oh, it's gonna be a civil
Well,
war.
Then at least they'll know I tried to warn them when Island 1 comes and kills us all.
That was so dramatic. You know how much friendly fire is going to happen on that bridge if there's a battle? It's going to be crazy.
As day 2 came to an end, tensions were rising, both within nations and between islands, leaving people worried about what's going to happen next. Back on Island 1, I was watching a small group of pirates who called themselves Al-Karasina.
Carasino, my friend. We're the baddest pirates around.
Now, if you look closely,
I feel like
there
500
was a
people
person
isn't
of
that
interest
many.
hanging around with the pirates.
So many little
Like,
sects.
just they take me out of nowhere and I had to run down the mountain.
Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
Keeps one from being too strong.
So to be clear, Legolikes had a bounty on his head, and he was hanging around pirates. You could probably guess how this ends.
Yo, Lego Zanga's here.
So is this is everything you guys got, huh? Not much.
Ooh. They're boiling him! Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Oh, the loot though.
The pirates had killed Legolikes, but there was a small problem. Did
Oh,
you
they got
hear
it.
about the news?
Yeah, I saw it, but we don't know who claimed the bounty. It didn't say it in the chat.
Because Legolikes had technically died to boiling water instead of a player, Lingolini didn't know who actually killed him. But fortunately for the pirates, when a player dies, the dead player drops their own head, which the pirates believed would be the proof they needed to collect their bounty later today. So you're expecting a payment later?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll
Is that
go-
Perry the Platypus in a villager robe? That's an elite skin.
By day 3, players had basically mapped out all of Island 1 and were finally starting to adapt to the environment.
Day 1 was horrific. We literally had bread lines. Day 2, we're building a coliseum, a citadel. I am literally immortal. Hopefully that isn't foreshadowing.
Emperor Spoon was still the most powerful man on Island 1, and on day 3, he was invited to a big international meeting hosted by a charity group called the Blue Cross.
We invited you here mainly to discuss plans in case the volcano erupts. What are your individual plans?
A large bunker underground.
I like the microphones.
Using flammable materials.
We don't have any real plan, you know.
What? You don't have plans? If that volcano erupts, you deserve to die.
Emperor Spoon had come in with good intentions, but it was there that he learned that he hates meetings.
I'm gonna go there.
When Emperor Spoon left, the other leaders were unsettled. Was this guy really the figurehead of Island 1?
Okay, we need a better representative.
Then, basically right on cue.
Elysium diplomats follow me. Bodyguards.
Sorry guys, sorry, I'm late.
Diplomats follow me.
And he's the leader of Island 1's second biggest civilization, called Elysium. See, on day 2, Benji had discovered that toward the outer edges of the island, away from the volcano, the water isn't boiling hot anymore. So he founded Elysium, which literally translates to a place of ideal happiness. And he made the nation to give peace-loving people a chance to relax and get away from all the troubles of Island 1.
Cross my name off the list. This is without rhyme or reason.
Look at these Elysian guys swimming in the water.
We were hoping that Lord Ish could summon a single mushroom cow.
Alright, if anyone drops a pufferfish in the next 60 seconds, I'll do it.
What do I have to do? What do I have to do? The pufferfish. Quick.
There it is.
Alright.
We can kill it for leather!
Now back at the Blue Cross, Benji and
Look at the cow's head. The cow's stressing.
Benji and the other leaders discussed the possibility of creating a full Island 1 alliance. All the leaders at the meeting, including Westelm's representatives, believed that given the harsh conditions of Island 1, an island-wide alliance could be a game changer. But first,
Before we make this official, we have to convince everyone else to join.
see, there were a few civilizations not present at the meeting, and to complete the full Island 1 alliance, the Blue Cross would have to go out and get them all on board. First was the Alcaracina Pirates, who coincidentally happened to pass by the meeting as it was happening.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
They were on their way to collect their bounty from the second nation not yet in the alliance, the Lingolini Mafia. Oh, yes, they're waiting.
Hello, I'm looking for Mario.
Hello, it's me. Ooh, mamma mia! It looks like a small brain. It sure looks like a Lego lights.
Meanwhile, the Nevermore cults would probably be a little bit more difficult to convince, but the Blue Cross said they'd try anyway. Now, as for the fourth and final nation,
Yo, this cult looks crazy.
A mysterious group. Their civilization was down south, and they were very isolated and secretive. They were also rumored to have an extremely strict government, but also a
This is where
large
Wednesday
amount
went
of
to school.
very skilled fighters. As a result, people were kind of scared to approach them, but they knew they had to eventually to complete the Blue Cross Alliance. They knew that if this alliance works out, it wouldn't matter that they all lived on the poor island. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the most powerful force in the world would become Island 1. At first, Island 1 was supposed to lose, but now they were on the verge of turning their lives around completely.
So there's, what's that guy's name? Snoop? Spood? Was he not in on this agreement? Is he left? What in the world?
As you can see, there was a bit of commotion at the Commonwealth. They had just exploded their own land because of a miscommunication. What happened was one of the 5 leaders, Coraline, got the idea that the Commonwealth was planning to move east. So she started telling everyone to move. Thus, believing that they wouldn't need their old land anymore, one of the citizens just decided to blow it up.
I thought we were moving. What? We're not moving. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Overall, the Commonwealth was having trouble getting anything done because the 5 leaders were constantly fighting over power. Getting anything done because the 5
It's always the mustache man. Never trust the leader with a mustache.
leaders were constantly fighting over power. See, there were 5 leaders, each with 1 vote. But because they were originally 5 separate nations, each with a differing amount of citizens, should the smallest faction's vote have the same weight as the biggest faction's vote?
It is ridiculous that Armin's vote is worth the same as mine. I mean, I need about 50 people, and he has like, barely 5.
Because of all the
Interesting.
fighting and disarray, Commonwealth citizens started moving to other nations like the Cass Coalition. Cass's style of governing, letting people do whatever they want, was making her very popular with her people.
I've been with Cass since pretty much the beginning, and she's established a democracy, a true one.
Really focused on like letting everybody do their thing.
But at the same time, the lack of any regulations had some unintended consequences, like players making strange and ugly buildings. So to solve this, Cass hired a building inspector.
I have placed a lot of foundation.
It's so, this is like, in a funny way, like how actual real world things work. Like, this is the reason there's regulations and stuff. Like, yeah, you want to be, it's nice to be as free as possible to do whatever you want, but at a certain point, when does it become dangerous or problematic that you need to hire regulators or things like that, but then you become less free? And it's just kind of, it's just weird how what happens in real life is happening in this game, but in more of like a fast-forwarded situation. It's just really interesting to see.
Made out of stone. That way no one can burn us down.
However, the building inspector did get a little power hungry. What's going on here?
He said he's gonna demolish my house because it's not up to building code.
So then, citizens took matters into their own hands.
Oh, I know where this is going.
What?
Oh my gosh! Wait, who's this guy? Pro gamer. I used to edit for this guy. If this is the same guy.
What?
Wait, I used to edit for this guy. This was my first main client. Made GTA videos.
Anyway, on day 3, the biggest nations on Island 2 were still the Commonwealth, the Cass Coalition, and Tricolor. Tricolor was a medieval civilization separated into 3 regions, one of them being an underground city.
Oh
my gosh. This is big.
Yeah.
People didn't really know that much about Joefiel and Tricolor because they tended to be more private. Joefiel was more interested in building up Tricolor rather than doing outside diplomacy. But people would still come to Joefiel with all the political news of Island 2.
I am so tired of the politics already.
I've got some news. People are concerned with Aperion trying to colonize them.
Oh my god.
Now, this particular rumor about a group named Aperion colonizing people happened to be false. Aperion was just a small town led by a player named Alkaline, and it was actually the only nation other than Luminara that directly bordered the ocean next to Island 1. That said, the rumor
Chat,
that
would you
Island
build the
1
bridge
was uniting was true.
to the
which
Island
got
2?
Some people worried, especially the 2
Would you be
border
against
states. So Joefiel invited over all the major leaders and diplomats of Island 2 for an emergency meeting. The only leader who declined was 3 Below Zero because he was busy building the Luminara Bridge. So he sent in his place his second in command, Flux. Flux, what's your plan here?
I don't care what 3 Below Zero says, we need to make sure everyone unites against Island 1.
Good luck, sir. And because this meeting was the most important event yet on Island 2, Joefiel invited...
Wait, his second in command that he's setting to represent him is literally just saying, I don't really care what he says. I'm doing my own thing.
Neutral mediator, someone who could lead the meeting in a fair manner and wasn't a part of any nation. Saps, where are you going?
Apparently they're making me lead the meeting with all the Island 2 leaders.
You sound very excited about it.
Oh no, I'm not excited. I'm terrified. I'm accidentally gonna cause a war.
Alright, I think everyone's here.
Welcome.
Well, we at the great and mighty Commonwealth are looking forward to a productive conversation.
Thanks, it's great.
So, as the president of Aperion, I'm actually really worried about our town, which is why I'm proposing we all join a defense pact. If one of us gets attacked, all of us are under attack.
Here.
I can agree to
Yeah,
that.
I like that. That's good.
That's a good start, but if Island 1 attacks, say, Luminara, well, by the time you can even arrive to defend us, everyone at Luminara will already be dead.
Which is why I think we need to focus our efforts on preventing an attack in the first place.
An attack is inevitable. I'm just saying.
Hold on, Flux. Let Jovial finish.
Island 1 is starving. They're not going to attack us. They have bigger problems. And imagine for a second how quickly we could change their hearts and minds if, instead of treating them as an enemy, we send them aid.
I think Joe feels right. We do the defense pact, but we also send aid to Island 1. Basically, we're ready for an attack, but we try our best to prevent it. I'm on board with that.
I can agree to that.
The Commonwealth agrees.
Guys, no, this is ridiculous. Island 1 is literally making propaganda saying death to Island 2. They're jealous that we live in a paradise, and they're gonna invade us no matter what. And you wanna send aid to them? Guess what? They're gonna take whatever you send them. Food, armor, weapons, and they're gonna use all of that against us.
Oh!
He might have a point. Hold on. Island 1 isn't evil. They're not savages. They just need help.
You cannot be this naive.
Well, there's a guy under the table. There's a guy under the table.
Everyone is super on edge. They're worried about traps.
Guys. Island 1 is united. They have hundreds of people all aligned in the same goal, to kill us and take our resources. If they decide to attack any single one of our nations, it'll be easy. All they'll need to—
Okay, let's be so real though. Island 1 is 100% good. Why would you give them food? I mean, like, or weapons. Like, it's one thing to give them food, but weapons is crazy.
do is walk ahead, which is why we need to either merge all of our nations. Right now, we all choose a spot and combine into one civilization. Either that, or we attack Island 1 first.
Whoa.
Are you
crazy?
What? This is ridiculous. What's crazy, Joe Feel, is you leading all of us to our death.
Oh my God.
You have to
We
listen
can't
to me.
do that.
If we don't do this, it's the end of Island 2.
Hold on, we can't do that. That's crazy.
What is happening?
Alright, everyone, we can't fight. Let's just vote. All in favor of Flux's plan to treat Island 1 as an enemy, say aye.
Aye.
That's tough to see, Flux. That's tough. I think you had a good point. Maybe not immediately attack them, but is Flux gonna go down in history books as the prophet? He told you so.
Meanwhile, at Westelm, I ran into something interesting.
Our next song is called Island 1.
What the heck?
So you remember this guy?
The Ballad of Emperor Sprung.
Well, he had joined a band that produced actual songs and then performed them all across Island 1.
That's wild.
A boiling water sea. Let's go. And no resources to speak of, except a Warden tree.
Let's go! Everyone loved the Island 1 band, including Emperor Spoon, who found that the music bolstered the morale of his citizens. He believed that
This
a
is
happy
fire.
citizen is a productive citizen.
Westelm took us in and gave us a little home.
Even though Emperor Spood was a chaotic figure, Westelm itself was the opposite. It had an army, a storage system, and a hierarchy, from Emperor all the way down to citizen or plebeian.
The plebeian.
And of course, there was the Colosseum, which when finished, will play a major role in West. Of course, there was the Colosseum, which when finished, will play.
Chat, you see what I'm seeing here? A little bit of similarities. I'm not going to bring up the photo of what it looks similar to, but what flag has a very similar color scheme and design to this? Is this a little bit of foreshadowing is all I'm saying.
A major role in Westelm's justice system. That said, Emperor Spood was not happy when he heard that yesterday, Benji and the other leaders had been talking poorly about him.
Okay, we need a best representative.
I mean, the design is spot on. It's just not a circle. You can't fit a circle in there.
Final goal.
The red with the white circle with a black something in the middle.
You don't want Benji to die, do you?
Well, I mean...
Benji and the other leaders were concerned that Emperor Spood is unstable and may one day try to take over the entire island.
Guys, it looks like a Nazi flag. It's the exact same color scheme. All I'm saying.
And
it's just a red flag? Okay.
When Spood was caught listening to Napoleon on Spotify. But they also knew that if Island 2 were to ever attack, they needed Spood on their side.
Hey.
So they didn't know what to do.
Cool.
Well, here we are. I just want to say, thank you, Spood, for all your support.
You're welcome. I'm the best.
Glory to Westelm.
Great song, by the way.
Meanwhile, Seneca, the Queen of Infernus, had
Also banger
decided to
transition.
begin building a massive castle for her people. A beautiful home base that would hover directly over the volcano.
That's sick.
Yesterday at the Island 1 meeting, a lot of leaders expressed worries about rumors that the volcano may erupt, and they talked about how they would each take different precautions. Everyone believed that the volcano was dangerous, except for Seneca, who had decided to take the opposite approach.
It's all just paranoia. If we really value the volcano, we need to have faith it won't erupt.
The main goal of Infernus as a civilization was to preserve the sacred land of the volcano. So what better way to show faith and demonstrate loyalty than to make your home right above it?
There's mods that make volcanoes erupt.
Lingolini, meanwhile, decided to make his home underground within the volcano.
Under the ground, like a Goombas.
Lingolini's main goal was to get rich, and having direct access to iron and gold was one reason for him and the Mafia to live there. But it wasn't the main reason. Remember this interaction from day one?
Hold on, just let me tell you a little secret. We found some netherite.
Oh, really? Scattered throughout the volcano were pieces of netherite, the rarest and most powerful mineral in all of Minecraft. Not even Island 2 had netherite. It was the single secret advantage that Island 1 had. And the only ones who knew about it were the Lingolini Mafia and Infernus. Now, even though Infernus didn't exactly like how Lingolini was desecrating what they consider to be sacred land, they made a deal with him. The Mafia can keep mining so long as they provide Infernus with some of the minerals they find. But Lingolini was unsatisfied.
They want to use us. They want cheap labor. I'm not giving them anything.
Lingolini didn't like how Infernus was basically forcing the Mafia to mine for them with nothing in return. So he secretly instructed everyone in the Mafia not to give Infernus anything.
We see where this is going.
Lingolini's hope was that Infernus never asks for those minerals and forgets about the deal entirely. Otherwise, he would be in a lot of trouble. That said, despite this conflict, the rest of the Island 1 unification effort was going very well. Earlier today, Lingolini had decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance.
Thank you all so much for having me.
The Alcaracina pirates were also eager to join, and surprisingly, so was Nevermore.
Where's Remy?
There was only one holdout. This mysterious civilization was called the Covenant, and it was ruled by a dictator named Turntap. How are you elected exactly? By a vote of the people or the vote
Told
of
you guys.
yourself?
The mustache.
Turntap wasn't sure about joining the Island One Alliance because the people of the Covenant were generally skeptical of outsiders. They only took pride in their own nation, especially in their army, which was composed of really good PvPers who weren't above using torture to get their way. Are they drowning this guy?
He's gonna die.
Now, I felt a little bad for this player, so I threatened the Covenants. Covenant uses water torture. I'm reporting this to Sidefall News.
No, don't go to side.
So I went to the local news reporter. Sidefall, I have a story for you. I just caught the Covenant waterboarding one of their own people.
Oh. Well, I'm paid off by them, so I don't really care.
What?
Dude, it's free money.
You know,
It's called a business for a reason. It's not for profit, okay?
Sidefall ran a news business with questionable ethics. He was also known for...
Wait, what did that say?
Sidefall ran a news business with questionable...
Oh, politics strict Valley of Wheat member. Can't wait for the bountiful harvest day. Labor during the whole day. Hasn't socialized outside his commune in 3 days. There are messages in the Discord. Valley of Wheat.
Ethics. He was also known for making up fake stories, writing things like "the lava is rising" just to sell more papers. That said, earlier today he had made a legitimate discovery that could devastate the entire island. Island 1 had a lot of known
Oh, did you
dangers,
discover
from
the
lava
netherite?
layer to the boiling water to the powdered snow. But there was one last danger that nobody knew about until now.
Uh-oh. I've never even fought one of those in Minecraft.
Meanwhile, the people of Island 2 had spent the day building their civilizations and having a good time.
Oh, I bet they're terrifying. They look
Yesterday,
terrifying.
Their leaders had voted that whenever the border drops, Island 2 would send aid to Island 1, hoping this gesture would lead to peace. But
Guys, that
not
never
everyone
works.
agreed with this approach.
The end of Island 2.
I guarantee you that's not going to work.
When Flux returned home to Luminara, 3 Below Zero was furious at Flux for causing chaos at the meeting and for going against Luminara's values. 3 Below Zero, as the leader of Luminara, was actually heavily in favor of sending aid to Island 1. The whole point of the Luminara Bridge was to make peace with Island 1, not to start a war. As a result, 3 Below Zero demoted Flux from his position as second in command.
Who could have seen that coming?
I spoke with Legacy, a citizen of Luminara.
Yeah, Flux has been gone all day. People here don't really like him anymore.
Flux and his crew had spent the day building a secret bunker under the ocean, a place for them to hide if Island 1 attacks. And then Flux spent
Honestly
the rest of the day
smart.
helping his best friend Saps finish building his home.
Despite all the chaos, Sap still reached out to me after I was demoted.
Mr. Mediator, what a good friend.
Flux over here can be a little unpredictable, but he's my friend, and I know he genuinely wants the best for us.
Even though Flux was much more ambitious than Saps, these two had become very good friends.
So many diamonds already.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah. I'm loaded.
But just as day 4 was
This
about
is
to
wholesome.
come to a peaceful end, something happened that would change the course of Island 2 forever.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought Flux was about to die. Let me go on record saying I think Flux in the end is gonna be right. Is he chaotic? Should he win about it a better way? Maybe. But I think in the end, at the end he's gonna be right. You're gonna look back at him as a warning.
Island 2's largest civilizations was walking across Tricolor with her second in command, Seraphim.
Uh-oh. No bodyguards? No way.
Seraphim! What are you doing?
Oh!
What?
Uh-oh.
No way. The second in command of Tricolor had just killed
No
their
way.
own leader. And immediately, all of Island 2 went on lockdown.
What? Wait, what?
Everyone was confused about what caused this to happen. They killed Joefield. Why? After Seraphim fled, Tricolor was in complete disarray.
That's our leader.
Back at Saps' place, Flux told Saps...
Guys, do you think there was actual, like, transactions that happened via Discord? It's like, listen, we don't like this person. I'll give you $20. I'll Venmo you $20 if you kill this person. I mean, that's had to happen, right?
To call an emergency meeting with all the leaders. So, for the sake of the island, Saps agreed to host a meeting tomorrow. But for now, he and many others headed to Tricolor to help them restore order.
Assume that wouldn't be allowed? Yeah, but it probably happened. You asked for forgiveness, not permission.
Now, Island 2 wasn't the only place that would face tragedy. Oh, what? The leader of the Alcaracina Pirates, Noble Bucket, died very suddenly. Alright, they sent me the footage of what happened. Oh, no. He doesn't know the lava layer's there.
No. I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. I think I'm...
Oh my god.
With world
You know full well that guy was like, they go think it was me.
leaders dying left and right, the media had plenty to report on. The most trusted news company was from Elysium, called Daybreak Media.
We're number one because we actually report the truth, unlike that bozo sidefall.
And later into day 5, the news would get even crazier. For purposes
Being a
of
news
unity,
reporter in
the
this would be
Covenant
crazy.
had finally decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance, thus successfully uniting the entirety of Island 1. But right away, the strength of this alliance would be tested. Earlier, a citizen of Infernus had accidentally told someone outside of Infernus that there was netherite in the volcano. And this news spread all across the island.
Oh no.
This was a disaster for Infernus and the Linguolini Mafia, who had been trying to keep the existence of netherites to themselves. Immediately after hearing about the netherite,
Yeah,
the
kill the
Covenant
Stitch.
sent a
Chop his
mining
hand off.
expedition into the volcano without telling Infernus.
Oh no.
And lo and behold, they confirmed there was netherite. Because the Covenant had a scary reputation and a ruthless army, Queen Seneca of Infernus felt it was in her best interest to allow the Covenant to mine. But when other nations like Westelm started asking if they too could mine in the volcano, Seneca said no.
People are saying we're being selfish. They're the ones being selfish, trying to take our resources.
Listen, Island 2 is rich. We are not. Now with netherite, we actually have a chance of evening the playing field. But the volcano people are hogging it.
I mean, like, at what point is this just like, okay, we have enough netherite to equip all of our people. Do we need more? Like, you could just start trading it out,
Fighting could break
right?
out. The Blue Cross quickly reached out to all the leaders and told them to put this issue on hold.
We're inviting everyone here tomorrow, so we can all talk this through peacefully. We're Island 1. We cannot afford to have a war over some mineral.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, why
Island
not
2
just
was
trade
still
it?
processing the death of Joefield.
Even though I was just a farmer, you know, you still made me feel important.
Saps would invite all the leaders for a meeting later so they could coordinate a hunt for Seraphim and discuss their plans for when the border inevitably drops. Now, after Jofiel's death, Tricolor had lost a lot of its power, which left the island with really one dominant nation, the Commonwealth. But remember from day 3 how the 5 Commonwealth leaders were in constant fights with each other?
It is ridiculous that Ahmed's vote is worth the same as mine.
Well, this all came to a head on day 5 when one of the leaders was caught plotting to take control of the entire Commonwealth. So
What?
Another Commonwealth leader then paid an assassin to, well... Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Wolfram's dead.
What? We just witnessed murder!
After this, people from the Commonwealth lost even more faith in their governments. This Commonwealth citizen went to the Caste Coalition to complain to Caste directly.
I got information that there might be netherite on the other island. My leadership said, quote, netherite is useless.
Netherite is, of course, not useless. I think that's a foolish statement.
As the Commonwealth erupted,
The propaganda goes
Caste
crazy.
Coalition thrived. But they did have their own problems. Is this your employee?
Yes, he is.
That implies I get paid.
Is he not getting paid?
Skip out on work.
You hear this woman?
Earlier, What Daddy had ditched work to attend a party in Barbie Land. So as punishment, his employers forced him to risk his life and chop down one of the tallest trees in the Caste Coalition. He's asking for help.
You have to yell louder. I can't hear you. You're so far up. You have to get closer to the ground.
Who could have seen that happen?
Now, because of this recent tragedy, Cass decided to stay home from Saps' meeting. That said, every other major leader was now on their way.
That's true, there might be modifiers.
As the leaders and representatives arrived,
Lack
there
of
was
bodyguards is
one person
crazy.
who would be notably absent, banned from attending the meeting. Before the meeting started, Flux called me to his underground bunker because he had something, quotes, important to tell me. Flux, what are you gonna do?
Well, first, let me just explain. I'm not allowed to attend this meeting because the leaders of this island are utterly incompetent. They can see that Island 1 is gearing up to invade us. And their response is, let's give Island 1 more gear. It's completely brainless, and it's going to result in all of our people dying.
So, you got a plan?
I had a plan, but nobody listened. They all voted against it. Look, we can still save this island, but the current leadership has to go.
My guy, Yarko saved the island by killing the leaders.
Has to go.
Let's go make people angry.
Go. Removed.
Let it be known, I think Flux is probably right, but you have to go along with the strong people. No way. No way.
Welcome.
Wait, he helped build this, didn't he? He helped construct this. There's no shot.
Thank you all for coming. We have a lot of very important stuff to talk about.
You know, during the first meeting, there was one person there who actually understood what I was saying. Seraphim reached out to me, asked me if they could help in any way.
No way.
I told Seraphim to kill Jofiel.
What?
And today, we will finish the job!
Wait, so Seraphim gets there. What actually happens next?
Something I didn't want to do, but something
There's
that
no
needs to be
shot.
done. I'm going to save this island by any means necessary.
I would like to bring you to the table. If you agree with full KOS on Seraphim, please say aye.
Aye. Are you sure this is gonna work?
I don't know, but we have no other choice.
This is wild.
Alright, so I have something to say. Is there a possibility, any possibility, that the assassination of Wolfram and the assassination of Jofiel by Seraphim is any way connected? Is there a conspiracy going on right now? Do we think that's a thing? Are leaders safe?
I have reason to believe that leaders are not safe.
Flux, do you feel any guilt doing all this?
Well, part of me feels bad for Saps.
Yeah, Saps is a G.
What do you mean you feel bad for Saps?
He has no idea what's about to happen to him. But
this is like the Red Wedding.
One person to save 1,000. Would you?
Oh my goodness! Wait, it's not even TNT?
What just happened? What happened?
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Oh my god!
Wait. Oh, they go think it's Saps though.
Why is there a trap? Is this all a setup? Saps? Where's Saps? Where did he go? Did Saps do this? Wait, Saps? We have to find him.
Oh, they needed 2 people to drop them all at once. Half the people survived. I feel like that could have been better designed. They went through all that and they didn't even kill them all? They had 2 switches? That's wild. Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Guys, I want you to discuss how you're feeling about this so far. How are we feeling about this so far? Oh, my phone is in my pocket. Whatever.
It was a new day, and Island 2 was in shock. On day 4, when Saps was in Tricolor helping the people after the death of Joefield, Flux and his crew had built a trap in his roof. And Saps did not know they had done this. He had been framed by his friend Flux, used as a scapegoat for Flux's plan.
Did he get snood? Wait, who did he miss? We'll see.
It actually wasn't fully successful. Some of the dripstone, including the one meant for 3 Below Zero, had failed. But overall, the trap still killed the leader of Aperion, Alkaline Alk, a leader of the Commonwealth, Coraline, and 4 other very high-ranking officials from across the island. The people of Island 2 were devastated, confused, and angry.
Our leader's dead.
What just happened? After the trap went off, Seraphim was immediately caught and killed. Oh!
Could you imagine, like,
people found out about
the reaction of this? You've been doing this for almost a week, and you see half the leaders just go down like that? That would be wild.
How exactly their leaders died. Their anger wasn't really
This was recorded in 2023. Holy crap. This was recorded 2 years ago.
Their leaders died. Their anger wasn't
No
really
wonder so well
toward
produced.
Seraphim, but toward the person they believed was behind it all, Saps. And it made sense. Saps knew he'd be hosting leaders at his home. It was his roof that had a secret trap. A trap that happened to fit perfectly into the design of the roof. Saps was about as guilty as it was possible to be. With that, all the
That's
major
true.
island
The year-long
nations,
server.
from the Commonwealth to the Cast Coalition to Tricolor to Luminara, declared Saps to be hunted down and killed, while Flux got away with it all.
If you had to betray one person to save 1,000, would you?
And on top of all of this, at the beginning of day 6, it was announced that tomorrow, on day 7, the border between the 2 islands will finally fall.
Was that a boat?
Both islands now have 1 day to prepare.
Is it just gonna be instant carnage? I mean, whoever's the last living, I feel like should get some money, right?
Now, when the people of Island 1 saw the chaos happening on the other island, most just didn't really care about it. A lot of the hatred against Island 2 that was popular in the early days had faded away. That is, except for this player named Oppenheimer, who was determined to take out Barbie Land because in 2023, the Barbie movie had outsold the Oppenheimer movie.
Makes sense. Checks out.
Rocket that will make yesterday's chaos look like child's play.
But when Oppenheimer tried testing his nuke, it went up and up and up and was never seen again.
Wait, what?
Now, Day 6 did present some new challenges for some of the civilizations.
Someone's texting me.
For example, at Nevermore. What is this? What are you doing up here?
I got voted out because they hate me.
Oh! Come on! No, Chuck! What about me?
Oh! Oh! What? I didn't do anything!
I blame Ish!
Meanwhile, at Elysium...
I hate being a leader. Everyone here is so stubborn.
Benji was having trouble getting laws passed because his people kept opposing any changes that threatened their peaceful lifestyle. The people of Elysium were generally skeptical of government officials, sometimes even holding trials against them. Although this particular trial did not go to plan.
Guys, somebody stole Gerald. The mushroom cow, Gerald, has been stolen.
Someone definitely killed him by accident. It's just is not fessing up.
Meanwhile, at Westelm, there was a bit of a food problem going on. Not a shortage, a feud. See, Remy the Rat had opened up a new restaurant right across from the Coliseum, but the food was questionable.
Poison fatal?
So his customers had instead started buying their food from another player named Dinosaur. That is, until...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What is he? Permanently closed. All food is now at...
Remy!
Remy, are you behind the murder of Dinosaur? Anyway, on Day 6, the
I love Remy.
Coliseum
My favorite character.
complete.
Can we get some Remy merch?
What do you plan on using this arena for?
Do I actually have to say legally?
No?
Maybe a little bit of blood will be shed, and that's all I can say.
While Spood was a popular leader who got things done, he had also developed a reputation of being a little unstable. He said outlandish things, he can't stand meetings, and his justice system wasn't by courthouse, but by combat. This is something Spood's first attempted assassin, Ramsayer, tried to prevent. It's why he tried to kill Spood, and he wouldn't be the only one. There has been a small but coordinated secret revolution growing in Westelm with aims to overthrow and murder Spood. The two leading figures are Westelm citizen Ramsay Pi and Westelm's head builder, Knight Arcturus.
You know, I helped design his
That man looks like a builder.
Spood actually wanted to use it for bloodshed. He's insane.
The first part of their plan was to take out Spood's second in command, a player named Oo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I guess
Second in command down. But Ramsay Pi was immediately chased down by Westelm's army.
You could have made something happen, man.
Oh. Oh. With Ramsay Pi dead, Knight Arcturus became the sole leader of the revolution.
Yeah, like, do you just think it was design or what?
It was only a matter of time before Spood finds out about his plans.
I want to make one thing clear. Anybody who is caught plotting against me will be executed in the name of Westelm. Glory
Coliseum!
To Westelm.
Now, before the border drops, the Island 1 leaders all met to discuss what to do about the Netherites in the volcano. Going into the meeting, people were not happy with Infernus and the Linguini Mafia, who were believed to be keeping Netherite to themselves.
Please keep all your weapons holstered at all times unless you absolutely have to take them.
The meeting began with Westelm's representative and Spood's newly appointed second-in-command, Spider.
We asked if you had...
Because, you know, if someone's named Spider, that's usually a good thing. We learned that from Game of Thrones, didn't we?
netherite, and you lied. You said there was no netherite, that you had looked in it, and that you hadn't found any.
Because people were immediately starting to gang up on Infernus, Benji from Elysium tried to keep the peace.
Why is it Infernus' job to report on the netherite? There were people literally going into their territory, mine without authorization, and then accuse them of doing something wrong.
After some more discussion, Infernus was asked the big question.
Will you open up rights to mining underneath the volcano?
It is still our land. It is still the place where we live. And of course, things like trade are important, but in terms of opening up the volcano, it is an adamant no.
Ooh. I agree. Oh, wow. Now, Linguini, Seneca's biggest ally, was about to speak, but what he ended up saying was unexpected.
We have to humbly disagree with Infernus of not allowing anyone else to mine in the volcano. This is Island 1. We're all struggling against the nature and everything like that. Shouldn't we all be allowed to mine wherever we please?
You would think they would have discussed this and gotten on the same page before this meeting. You would think. So that this doesn't... Also, is that a freaking Koopa up there? Is that his bodyguard? A Koopa?
People started offering deals to Infernus.
I believe we'd be open to give you resources since it is your land.
But Seneca still said no.
The volcano is still our sacred land. We don't want hundreds of people there.
I think trade is fair.
Ravaging it.
As a result, Linguini went even further.
On the day one, Mario was here first on the volcano, and we're able to mine there, but it's not fair that no one else can mine. While your queen is over there with the diamond boots, some people don't even have any armor.
Oh!
Eventually, people started using scare tactics.
That volcano is insanely active right now. It will
they're probably getting paid off.
In the next 2 days.
I doubt it.
No, that's sci-fi propaganda.
That's propaganda.
And so, after even more discussion, Westelm made a final plea.
You know, that's a good point, Platinum. He might be just doing this so he doesn't have to pay those taxes he's supposed to be paying to Inferno. Because they have that deal, and he hasn't been paying it. So you might just be saying this so he doesn't have to pay that off.
We have a representative from every single nation on this island. You have an opportunity here to unite us all, or you have an opportunity to totally destroy that unitedness.
But Seneca still wouldn't budge.
For now, it's a no.
So, Linguini made a big announcement.
Mario has a large chunk of territory in the volcano. The Linguini family declares independence from Infernus.
Oh!
And we will open mining to anybody who wants to mine.
Seneca's leaving?
Great.
Seneca had left the meeting, furious at Linguini's betrayal.
Uh-oh. Well, at least not all the leaders died from a trap.
Saps, what just happened?
Dude, what just happened? Every leader in front of me just died.
And you had nothing to do with it.
It wasn't me.
Poor Saps.
I'm getting framed-ish.
Following yesterday's trap, Saps was on the run, as he was now the most wanted and notorious criminal on Island 2.
I'm screwed. What am I supposed to do?
I hope they catch him and allow him to fight in the Coliseum. I hope that's what happens.
He had no choice but to hide amongst the dense jungles and swamps of the southern island. But he also knew that the longer he hid, the more guilty he looked. So earlier, he had decided that he would turn himself in under the condition that he is given a fair trial. Flux, meanwhile, was satisfied with the success of his plan, but it wasn't over quite yet.
We got 2 leaders left to kill. Call me Cass, and of course, the guy who demoted me.
And because Seraphim was dead, Flux sent another member of his crew to take care of the job. Oh no. Oh no.
Wow. Just like that? Was he AFK?
To the world.
He didn't even try. Wait, let me see this.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
There we go. To the world, this looked like yet another senseless assassination. But to Flux, it was the strategic progression toward making the people of Island 2 paranoid. So paranoid that they wouldn't trust anybody, and especially not Island 1. In fact, the new leadership of Tricolor was already preparing for Island 1 to invade.
I think we should secure our nation, make sure we have plans when inevitable war and fighting starts.
Sending aid to Island 1 was officially off the table, and the construction of the Luminara Bridge had come to a stop. After all these days, Flux's plan was finally working.
It's crazy that one guy, and he has what, like 6 followers back there, 6 disciples. He is changing the entire like premise of everything. It's wild.
Now, the Cast Coalition, meanwhile, hosted a diplomatic meeting on Day 6 to try and increase the morale of Island 2 before the border drops, although Cass herself was too scared to attend the meeting.
And I want to enter, but my members are telling me not to because there was an attempt on my life yesterday.
Oh, right. Because Cass was one of the last remaining major leaders on Island 2, she now had guards with her at all times.
Here, I'll trade you armor.
Why?
I want to make sure you guys do not die. Please don't die.
That said, everyone would soon be tuning into the trial of Saporado to find out whether Saps will be freed or executed. Several nations argued over who would get to host the trial, but the Commonwealth ended up winning.
We've made this beautiful venue to show the world that the Commonwealth is still the strongest.
That is pretty sick.
But first...
Oh, another banger?
Why is it up here? They're moving the Warden up? No. No, they're not.
Wait, can he come back?
Why is he doing this without armor? Why? Someone said burn the casino?
They made it rising lava? So remember that discovery that Sidefall made? Well, it was a Warden, also known as the most dangerous creature in all of Minecraft. Sidefall had then renamed the Warden to Rising Lava, so that when he was accidentally killed by it, the entirety of Island 1 went into a panic. The lava is not rising, but this is just as dangerous.
This is wild. Are those things that hard to kill?
The Warden had been unleashed onto Island 1, going from place to place, terrorizing civilizations. Oh my god. Dude, how is anyone gonna stop this? Until eventually it got to Westelm. But the Westelm army was ready.
They're impossible to kill without setups? Really? The friendly fire's gonna go crazy. You just see people with arrows stuck in them. Because music's elite. What the heck?
Welcome to Westelm.
Hey! How many did that kill? was a sick shout for Remy, by the way.
The defendant Saparata is accused of 7 counts of murder, including the murder of Joe Field, the murder of Alkaline Al, and the murder of our very own Coraline. I will hear the prosecution's argument, followed by the defense, and then I shall make my ruling.
Is he go say his whatever his name is helped him build it? Flux?
Prosecution, go ahead.
Your Honor, Saps constructed a meeting hall which contained the deadly trap, pointed at everybody but himself. As a prelude for the meeting, he had his accomplice, Seraphim, assassinate his leader before running to the trigger, ready to pull the trap. He then fled the scene after the trap went off, just long enough after faking his surprise. He is not only a cold-blooded murderer, but a terrorist.
The prosecution then called a survivor of the trap, Zekor, to the stand.
We know after investigating that only one seat had no trap. Can you identify who was sitting in that seat?
It was Saparata.
And who built the meeting hall with that seat?
It was Saps. You killed our leaders.
Oh.
You destroyed our island. May your death today satisfy us all.
Then it was time for the defense, for Saps to give the most important speech of his life.
Come on, Saps.
All I ever wanted for this island was peace and cooperation between the nations. The loss at the meeting yesterday was extremely devastating and came out of nowhere. But I can tell you right now, I'm innocent. It wasn't me. The leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area.
He's gonna expose them.
And we're the only people who knew about the area before the leadership meeting. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200.
What?
Oh.
Hive Rotation, Snowbird 334, and their ringleader, Fluxion.
Hold on.
When I left to gather the leaders for the meeting, they must have snuck into the roof of the meeting to make the trap. The people who I thought I can trust the most used me for their malicious intent and killed the leaders and blamed it on me.
Saps had figured out he was betrayed and framed by his friend Flux, but he would end up making a critical mistake.
I find it rather interesting that Three Below, the leader of Luminara, is one of the only people who survived the trap. I find that rather interesting.
What about it?
The trap too.
Well, Saps falsely assumed that 3 Below Zero, the beloved leader of Luminara, was also behind the murders. And with that mistake, Saps turned everyone against him.
Saps, is that all you have to say?
I guess.
All right.
Poor Saps. He was so close.
Judge Time Bomb, find Saparata.
Judge Time Bomb.
Saps is to be taken to the top of the gauntlet and executed.
No, put him in the Coliseum. Oh, wrong island? Oh. Is this the wrong island? Oh, you're right. You're right. The other island has a Coliseum.
Wait, is he running?
Of course he's gonna run. Why wouldn't he? Imagine he makes it out of here. Oh, Sap. Oh, he's kind of sick with it. Hold up. Oh, he's a goner. He's a goner. Oh!
Where'd he go? Bodyguards.
He escaped, man.
That's crazy.
You gotta be kidding me. No!
That's crazy he got out of there. Is he go refuge to the other island? No way. this editing is crazy. No wonder it took them a year to make this. This is wild. Is this when the border goes down?
Shouldn't it be dropping soon?
Yeah, I think so.
It was day 7, which means the border had officially dropped. At first, people were kind of in awe.
Whoa, this is beautiful.
Going from one island to another after all this
How are you gonna be able to
is
tell who's who? Like, is there a way to tell who's Island 1 and Island 2 by, like, the color of their names or something?
major culture shock.
Is this Island 1? Whoa!
And as expected, Island 1 people immediately started taking resources from Island 2. They're taking the sheep. But the flow of resources wasn't all in one direction.
We're probably gonna take some gravel back to Island 2. We don't have a lot of it.
Still, as people from the two islands started meeting for the first time, they were surprisingly friendly to each other. Like these two who made a tunnel.
Oh yeah, look, they have
connecting
different
the islands
colors.
from the ground.
This is amazing!
We've linked Island 1 and Island 2.
For the longest time, Island 2 feared an invasion by Island 1. But on day 7, that fear completely disappeared.
Yeah, look.
This is amazing!
Friendly to each other. Like these
They have green, they have orange.
two who made an invasion by Island 1. But on day 7, that fear completely disappeared.
We're watching the link that's in the pinned comment.
It became very clear that Island 1 had no interest in war. Instead, they were just happy that they could finally enjoy Island 2 for themselves.
The water isn't boiling.
That said, at the beginning of day 7, Lingolini made a big decision. He had decided to move out of the volcano and relocate his entire mafia to Island 2.
Interesting.
After yesterday's netherite meeting, which got a little heated, Lingolini had legitimate fears that Infernus might seek revenge against him. So, hoping to live a more peaceful life, Lingolini went
So wait, the man's mined all the materials and then betrayed his friend at the meeting to create more friends, more powerful friends, and then left the area that was supposed to be the sacrifice. So now not only did he get the more powerful friends, he probably got so many materials and is now moving to the better island. This man's a genius.
far away and settled in the Caste Coalition.
So you're the leader of a mafia, I've heard?
Yes, we are, but we might do some rebranding over here.
Are you guys like violent?
We weren't violent much, but we have done some political talk that has not been taken well, which is the reason why we're here.
Sensing potential danger, Cass decided it was best for Lingolini to set up his home outside the Caste Coalition. That said, the Cass Coalition was
have a
now
bank?
bigger than ever before. On day 7, Cass hosted a funeral for the deceased Wood Daddy, and over 100 people across both islands showed up.
We are gathered here today in the cherished memory of Wood Daddy.
Aren't they the ones that killed him?
In our
While Cass's influence grew, the Commonwealth was in shambles. Saps' trial yesterday was a disaster for the Commonwealth.
How do you-
Island 2 had
that many
entrusted
people
the
let him go?
Commonwealth to run the trial of Saps. So when Saps escaped his execution, people lost all faith in the Commonwealth, which at one point was
there's
the
1,000
most
people,
powerful
so.
civilization in the world. On day 7, most of the Commonwealth leaders resigned, leaving just one player, Sitzkrieg, as the sole ruler of the Commonwealth.
We're actively searching for saps right now. We will restore honor to the Commonwealth.
One of Sitzkrieg's biggest goals was to find and kill Saps, but his other big goal was to regrow the Commonwealth's population, which by this point had shrunk by a lot. So he sent out a lot of public invites, especially to the people of Island 1, and it actually did work, until One of the people who moved in was Knight Arcturus, the lead builder of Westelm, who had to flee from Westelm because Spood had found out about his secret plans for revolution.
Yeah, the Commonwealth is letting us hide out here. So as long as Spood doesn't find us, we should be okay.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of fugitives, the world's biggest fugitive, Saps, was back to hiding in the jungle after miraculously escaping from his trial, although his spirits were quickly fading.
Everyone thinks I'm a murderer. I just don't know what to do anymore.
Saps knew that Sitzgrig and the Commonwealth soon planned to scout the entire southern islands to hunt him down. So on day 7, Saps decided that his best bet was to leave his home island and flee to Island 1.
Yep. That is the play for
But
sure.
It wouldn't be so easy. Because the border had just dropped, people were constantly going back and forth between the two islands, which means...
Guess who was wrong? What do you mean? I mean, the war is eventually going to happen. It might not be immediately, but the war is going to happen, if that's what you're talking about. Also, I did see the Schlepp thing. The war is going to happen. It's not going to happen immediately, but it's going to happen. We're halfway through the video. They only just got to the island. It's only a matter of time.
He went to the place where he was least expected. He's trying to use the bridge.
This is wild.
No way. No way.
He's like, wait a second.
What the heck? What are you doing, bro?
Island 1.
Why didn't he just use a boat?
Instead of chasing Saps, the Luminara builders instead retreated to inform everyone else that Saps was on his way to Island 1. Saps, meanwhile, quickly sailed the rest of the way to the other island, although
Why didn't he
what
just
happened
do that
next
to begin
was
with?
unexpected.
Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Hello. You scared the crap out of me. Am I allowed to touch this water? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, it's good here. On the south side of the island, it's safe.
It turns out earlier, Saps had reached out to a bunch of people on Island 1, offering them 2 stacks of diamonds if they give him a safe place to hide. And out of all people to accept his offer, it was Turntap, the leader of the Covenant, the most feared and militaristic civilization on Island 1.
I ran across the giant bridge that Luminara is building, and like all of Luminara was there.
When Saps and Turntap finally arrived at the Covenant, Turntap immediately distributed Saps' diamonds to the Covenant army. But then, in a surprising move, he sent them out on a secret mission. Turntap had sent the Covenant hit squad to Island 2, but not to accomplish a goal for the Covenant per se, but actually upon the request of Infernus.
Oh?
Linguini betrayed us, humiliated us. He ruined our sacred land.
Yesterday, Linguini
So much
had opened
drama.
up the volcano for netherite mining, and as such, people from all across Island 1 had started mining in the volcano. And even though Linguini had now moved out of the volcano, Sinica felt that since people were already mining, she had no choice but to let them stay. She was not happy about what Linguini had done, and Sinica wanted revenge. Oh! They're killing the entire Mafia.
Not the Mafia.
Oh my god. Now, the reason the Covenant was willing to do Sinica's bidding wasn't just because she let them mine for netherite before anyone else. But because as a civilization that values honor and loyalty, the Covenant didn't appreciate how Linguini so publicly betrayed Infernus.
That was crazy.
They found him.
Hey, you ever thought about diplomacy?
Linguini!
Had Island 1
No.
had peace and world peace, and we still can, really.
Oh, here they go.
But over my grave, he will not be a part of it.
Mr. Pikachu, save him! Keep mining, Linguini!
Mamma mia.
Oh, Sev's in the chat. Our boy Linguini.
The Covenant
Linguini
had
was a stud.
massacred the Linguini Mafia. Before anyone could retaliate, the Blue Cross announced they would schedule a hearing, calling on the Covenant to explain what they had done.
This is when it starts going downhill. It always starts a little bit peaceful. It ain't gonna be peaceful.
Howdy, Flux. Oh, you got some fancy armor now.
Yeah, got it from Island 1.
Wait, really? Earlier today, Flux and his crew had gotten their hands on a super rare armor trim by trading with the Covenant, who had picked up the armor trim from the Warden when it died. Now, of course, Flux had no idea that the Covenant was also trading with and harboring his arch nemesis, Saps. But he did know one thing.
I heard Saps ran to Island 1, so we put out a massive bounty on his head.
Flux was now determined to have Saps killed, because Saps was the only other person in the world who knew that Flux was behind the murders of all the Island 2 leaders. Basically, if Saps dies, Flux gets away with everything. And ideally, the sooner Saps
Well, is that
dies, the
true?
better.
Because Saps did expose all of them and say, hey, they're part of this. I know they didn't believe him, but like, that could still possibly come up in the future, I feel like.
Because of incidents like yesterday.
That includes the prosecution
There we
himself
go.
and their ringleader, Fluxion.
Fortunately for Flux, it didn't seem like anyone at the trial believed Saps. If anything, Saps' accusation only made people hate him more, especially the people of Luminara, who weren't happy that Saps accused some of their fellow citizens. What do you want to do to Saps?
Kill on sight. We hunted him down the other day. We
Yeah.
couldn't find him, but we have speculation of where he is.
After the murder of their beloved leader 3 Below Zero, Luminara soon planned to host an election, and the current frontrunner was a player named Legacy.
Me and my parrot, we've just been going around to different houses, knocking on doors. I think we're gonna win this thing.
For a moment, Flux also considered a run for leader, although he had basically already accomplished everything he wanted to do.
Look, no matter what people say, Island 1 was planning to invade us. They would have just walked right ahead. But now that we have stronger leaders, more cautious leaders, they're not gonna do that. We
No,
have
they're gonna do
world
that.
Peace. And not because of a bridge, but because of me.
They're gonna do that. They're gonna attack at some point. Something's gonna trip, and it's all gonna fall apart.
Since the beginning, Flux's philosophy was simple. You can never show kindness to your enemy if your enemy wishes to destroy you. If you build a bridge, they'll use it to invade you. If you offer them aid, they'll use it to kill you. This is why Flux believed it was necessary to eliminate the Island 2 leaders who wished to be kind. But the cost of their deaths was devastating. The people of Tricolor still mourned Joe Field, building a massive statue to honor their deceased leader.
We've just been trying to focus on restabilizing our
Let's
nation.
go instigate
Obviously,
the war.
passing of Joe Field hit us pretty hard.
Meanwhile, the people of Aperion had elected a new leader, but Aperion was never quite the same after the death of Alkaline Elk. The people of the Commonwealth were also in shambles, having a much smaller civilization than they started with. And even though there was some peace on Island 2, people didn't feel a sense of calm, but instead a sense of unease and revenge. They needed closure, and they were determined to kill the person who they believed murdered the leaders they loved. Saps knew that it was only a matter of time before someone hunts him down, or someone in the Covenant betrays him to collect the massive bounty on his head. So Saps made a last-ditch effort to try and get a strong ally for his cause. He asked Turntap to take him to the largest nation on Island 1.
Whoa.
But on their way to the Westelm Capitol building, they ran into a citizen of Aperion from Island 2 who recognized Saps.
Oh. Oh, hey.
Is there a problem here?
Neutral ground? Neutral ground.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, he's right.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay. We will walk by in peace.
Good call.
Saps and his crew then entered the Capitol.
Can I speak to the glorious leader of Westelm, please?
Yeah, I'll go grab him.
Hello. The Covenant leaders brought me. Can we have a meeting?
I'm not gonna lie, Saps.
Yeah.
You coming to me asking for a meeting after what happened last time, even if it wasn't to do with you.
Listen, I just want to talk.
What about what?
At least explain, because I'm innocent.
Saps, I'm sorry. No.
Ultimately, Spood rejected Saps' request for a meeting because Spood didn't exactly trust him and had no real reason to help him. So instead, Saps tried another civilization, the Alcaracina Pirates.
I forgot about these guys.
Although when he arrived, things felt a little off.
Now, since you're here, you have to drop all your gear. I'm just kidding.
Well, about that. Wherever you think is the safer option. At the end of the day, I don't want any of you guys to get killed for something.
Why would you go to the pirates?
But then, suddenly...
Need to leave?
What? Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Where's he going? Turntap had realized that the pirates were planning to kill Saps to collect the massive bounty on his head. So he told Saps to run.
What's going on?
1 sec. You gotta go back to Covenant like immediately. We probably shouldn't have come out here.
Now, on their way back to the Covenant,
One bodyguard's
Turntap
crazy.
suddenly started acting suspicious himself.
Are we safe? Is everything fine? What's going on?
We need to go back to Covenant right now.
You need to tell me what's going on or I'm not coming with you.
Dude, either like you can handle this on your own, or like just. Here, I'll explain to you on a sec. Just come on.
Listen, it's hard to trust people right now, so I'm putting a lot of faith into you.
This is so suspicious.
This is really suspicious.
He pondered his choices. Either he puts his life in the hands of Turntap, who may be wanting to kill him and collect the bounty for himself, or he runs away. Now.
Man.
It's all alone. Saps then climbed the mountains of Island 1, escaping from the last remaining person he thought he could trust.
After he gave him all those diamonds.
In a world of people who hated him and wanted him dead. And so he ventured into the snow. And started collecting blocks. Saps, what are you doing?
I can't trust anybody. Flux won. He completely won. There's just no point anymore.
No!
On day 7, Saps built a tower in the tundra, a monument for people to remember him by. And he planned to jump off. But he didn't.
Oh.
If I have to die, I'm gonna make sure he does too.
Ho 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 ho! What if Sap builds a big nation? It takes out Flux.
Welcome everyone! Today we have 2 new prisoners who will fight to the death. Rinit, you are charged with the attempted murder of several innocent Westelm farmers. Remy, you are charged with conspiracy to murder Westelm food supplier Dinosaur.
Guys, we were cheering for Remy, right? Chad, we cheer for Remy? I'm 100% cheering for Remy. Remy's my favorite. Remy squad, rise up.
Step. Fight.
Oh. Here they go. What that swing? Wait, some guy jumped in.
Whoa, whoa.
The heck?
Remy!
He won! Remy the Rat had won his duel in the Colosseum, and all of his crimes, including the murder of dinosaurs, were expunged from his record by Emperor Spood himself. He was now
What a legend.
and his restaurant became more popular than ever before.
I would eat there.
Now, it's been a busy few days for
Oh,
Emperor
wait,
Spood.
he put his head on the floor as decoration?
Now, it's been a busy few
That's
days
wild.
for Emperor Spood. He was always working on different things. Have you seen our aqueducts? Show me your aqueducts, Spood.
Look at it behind you!
Holy crap.
What's the use of this?
I don't really know. What is the point of anything? We just build. We have too many builders, not enough ideas.
Now, while Spood was an effective leader, he did have to constantly watch his back for assassins.
You know, I've thwarted like 5 assassination attempts, and guess what? I've just found out about another.
No way. Spood's entire reign began with him almost being killed, so he was always extra careful and sensitive about where he went and who he associated with. It's also why Spood was particularly angry when he found out that one of the people who planned to kill him was his own lead builder, Knight Arcturus.
According to some of my sources...
See, this is where I think the battle happens. Because he's going to figure out that Arcturus is going to be in the other nation. And then he's going to attack. And isn't Arcturus in like one of the main places in the other island? And that's where it's going to trip off.
Today.
Really? Spood had sent spies across the world to find Knight Arcturus. And when they discovered he was staying at the...
I mean, hey, that's how World War I started. The assassination of the Archduke. Just the killing of one person started a whole world war. It could trip so easily.
Well, Spood immediately reached out to Sitzkrieg to request he be handed back to Westelm. However, given that the Commonwealth was low on citizens and needed good builders, Sitzkrieg decided to reject Spood's request.
I'm not just going to give up one of my builders. The Commonwealth does not give in to tyrants.
This made Spood erupt with fury.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows the Commonwealth is corrupt. They step that talk.
And so Spood went around telling everyone about how much he hates the Commonwealth. This whole situation became a massive drama, and it actually got to the point where the rest of Island 2 was getting annoyed with the Commonwealth.
I don't get why the Commonwealth doesn't just hand him over. We don't need a war with Westelm.
Unlike the Commonwealth, Cass had a big population and she didn't care about losing citizens who were troublemakers. For example, earlier, one of her citizens, Addison27, had gone to Tricolor, dug into Jovial's grave, and had stolen Jovial's head.
Can I wear this? Hey Cass, I brought you a trophy.
But instead of protecting him, Cass immediately banished Addison from the Cass Coalition.
That's
and alerted
wild.
Tricolor of his location, causing Addison to flee Island 2. It was this kind of no-nonsense leadership that earned Cass a lot of respect from not only her citizens, but other Island 2 nations who were now much more willing to ally with Cass than with the Commonwealth. The very existence of the Cass Coalition
Grave
also
digging is
provided a
crazy.
sense of security to smaller groups, like this new nation who are mostly cheese merchants and call themselves the Conquistadors.
This is the way of cheese, but el queso!
Since the border dropped yesterday, the economies of most Island 2 nations were prospering, with heavy amounts of trade and tourism between islands. Meanwhile, in Barbie Land...
Ish. I have news.
What?
I'm marrying Oppenheimer.
What?
On day 8, the player Oppenheimer
What?
had marched into Barbie Land, but instead of destroying it with a nuke, he apparently liked it so much that he proposed to their leader.
Ish, consider this your invitation to the Barbenheimer wedding.
Thank you. In Luminara, meanwhile,
What a crazy
the
change of
citizens were
events.
inventing new technologies.
This is the power switch. It's 16 furnaces working together simultaneously, and it has a bunch of hopper minecarts on the inside distributing everything.
As much as Luminara was finally starting to live up to its name as the light of Island 2, little did its citizens know among them was quietly living the world's most deadly group of terrorists.
I'm thinking of running in the election tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Legacy's pretty popular, but I'm not worried.
While it seemed like each of the Island 2 nations had their own separate goals, they were all still united under one mission: to find and kill Saps. In fact, by day 8, Luminara had told all of the other nations that Saps had fled to Island 1, and some nations were already preparing to send out hit squads later today. But Island 1, meanwhile, was currently dealing with a whole other political drama, the murder of Lingolini.
Man, I already forgot about that.
How we are being less civil about this. They came in, they found him in the hole, they drowned him in lava.
This player, Vietnam, was one of the few remaining survivors in the Lingolini Mafia. Vietnam had escaped the Covenant's attack and wanted to get revenge against the Covenant, but was finding it surprisingly difficult to gather support. See, while the Blue Cross condemned the Covenant, nobody was brave enough to declare war on them. People feared the Covenant and its army, which is why Seneca secretly asked them to do the deed instead of doing it herself. If people knew that she was behind the attack, she would be in big trouble. But for now, nobody would face any consequences for the massacre of the Lingolini Mafia.
Yeah.
Going back to Westelm, on day 8, Emperor Spood was really only thinking about one thing: how to get revenge against Knight Arcturus.
How long left?
After the Commonwealth rejected
there's an hour
Spood's
left.
extradition request, Spood's initial reaction was to begin preparing for war. But what made him think twice was his belief that the Commonwealth was a massive nation with probably a big army. Spood also knew that declaring war could risk the entirety of Island 2 coming to the Commonwealth's defense, and maybe launching a counterattack on Westelm. So, Spood decided to change strategies. He instead decided to try and bait the Commonwealth. See if he can make them angry enough to do something rash. Something bad enough that would allow Spood to then declare war and have everyone's support. And Spood knew exactly how to make the Commonwealth angry. He invited back to the Westelm capital the one person he knew the Commonwealth hated the most.
Can we make a deal? We're running out of time.
Who's his bodyguards?
Saps is back. And Turntap's here too for some reason. This is interesting. Because the Covenant had brought Saps to Westelm yesterday, Spood had specifically asked Turntap to protect Saps and escort him to Westelm once again. While Saps didn't fully trust Turntap, or Spood for that matter, he knew that a meeting with Spood was a massive opportunity, and it was worth the risk.
Hey, you can turn the sun away, paint the moon in blood. If we can do what we do best.
So I wonder how long these people are on the server for a day. Like, are they on like 16 hours a day? And there's got to be at least a decent amount of people, a small percentage, but not 0% of people that have joined and logged on like once or twice and not come back, right? So I wonder how that's
Sap,
affecting
you are
things.
The person that, to my knowledge, murdered all those people on Island 1. Island 2, sorry.
It was not me. There is a person on Island 2 that is behind all of the assassinations and the corruption. His name is Flexion.
Emperor Spood was having trouble believing Saps, but he went along with it for now.
Yeah, some of them were definitely streamers and YouTubers, for sure.
Spood then proceeded to tell Saps and the Covenant about it.
It could be like maybe they're all streamers and stuff, so that they guarantee to get more footage and stuff. That could be possible.
His feud with the Commonwealth and how he needed Island 1's support in case a war breaks out. There was just one problem. The Blue Cross Alliance was as good as dead. Infernus had basically left the Alliance after the last meeting, and the Covenant had stopped responding to the Blue Cross because of the Lingolini situation. So Spood decided to take things into his own hands and individually call the big 4 nations of Island 1 for a meeting. And he wanted Saps to be there so he could tell the leaders about corruption on Island 2. Now, because of Saps' reputation, Seneca and Benji were hesitant. But as long as the meeting was in a wide open area without a roof, they decided they would go.
That's smart.
So you turned the sun away. How could you be so cruel? Ooh, hey. You wrapped the moon in ice. That's not nice.
This whole video is beautifully shot, by the way.
To begin the meeting, Spood first had Saps tell his story.
I've been put on trial and sentenced to death for a crime I did not commit.
Spood's goal with this meeting was to convince all the leaders that Island 2 was a threat to Island 1.
One of my right-hand men was murdered in cold blood by someone in association with the Commonwealth. It's one of the many injustices I've heard about on Island 2.
Here they go.
Justice.
Then, Turntap of the Covenant made his own statement.
A few days ago, Covenant was approached by Luminar to speak of a potential trade agreement. Legacy AN approached me in regards to Fluxion, the guy who Saps is claiming killed everyone, which I do believe.
Whoa. Apparently, back when the Covenant traded armor trims with Flux, they had also done the same deal with Legacy. And Legacy had voiced concerns to Turtap about Flux's run for leader, including how Flux was demoted from second in command, and rumors that he's paying people diamonds to vote for him. This gave Saps and Spooth's stories a little more credibility, which was crucial for getting everyone on board with Westelm's military proposal, which was, if any nation from Island 2 attacks Island 1, then the entirety of Island 1 must strike back.
If all leaders are in agreement to this, please say aye.
A military pact is crazy.
Aye.
This is for us a problem.
Benji was hesitant to join any military alliance because Elysium was the nation of peace, and he knew that his people were opposed to any changes that threatened their peaceful lifestyle.
Council might not agree.
Do you believe if Saps was at the council meeting, would he potentially have the chance to convince them after telling his story?
I think he might.
As long as Saps agrees, it's up to you.
I mean, yeah.
That's what I was saying. It always comes to it. It might not be immediate,
To Elysium on a mission to
but
reunite Island 1.
the war always happens.
I have been framed for the mass assassination of Island 2 leaders by Fluxion and his conspirator. So many other people have died to the same tyranny and corruption that has been on Island 2. I'm just so lucky to be alive and share my story with you guys.
But as Saps spoke, the people of Elysium still had some doubts.
Against the corruption in Island 2, which is...
But who?
What does that mean? That's vague. What does that mean?
What is the
corruption?
Elysium wasn't convinced that potential corruption on another island was enough of a reason for Elysium to get involved. But then, suddenly...
A few days ago...
Oh?
What the... What is this? About 15 members of the Westelm army had inexplicably walked right through Elysium. They quickly left, but it certainly didn't help the tensions. Nonetheless, the proceedings continued.
They're being rushed here to pressure us.
We're going to be deciding whether Elysium citizens would go to war. I think Elysium citizens need to have a say in that.
Yeah, true. After even more deliberation and after even more time passed...
Excuse me, you have to say something important. The troop of people that came by, they are apparently the military from Westelm. We have reasonable suspicions to believe they are going to launch an invasion of Island 2 in the next, 5 minutes. I do not know.
What are you talking?
Emperor Spood had grown impatient. After Spider informed him that progress was stalling, Spood had decided to send a squad...
Did I not say in the beginning that Spider is somehow going to put his little paws in this? I knew it. Whenever there's someone named Spider, it always happens that way. Also, there's about to be an ad break in 45 seconds, so I'm going to pause it here in 30 seconds and wait for the ad break to be over.
Of the
for you guys.
Westelm army into the Commonwealth's territory to find and arrest Night Arcturus. Oh boy, they're almost there, I think.
This is a big moment. Okay, so ad break is about to happen here. What are we thinking of this so far? What's going to happen? Do we have any predictions? We have 50 minutes left. Do we have any predictions of what's going to happen? Let's see. Who do we have here? It always kind of messes with me, like, who's on what team, you know? That always kind of messes with me. You hope Flux gets found out? I mean, I think he is well on his way to getting found out. See, here's the thing. I think, in my opinion, I think Flux was right with what he was saying, but he took it a wrong direction. Like, I think he was right in saying we should be defending ourselves and be not supplying the other island. But I think he was wrong, of course, and then decided to kill all the leaders in that. Yeah, the Commonwealth's not going to be strong enough to do anything. So, I think he drove himself to the point of insanity. But I still go on record in his beginning statement and his beginning intentions on being the right ones. But I think he took it the wrong direction. Okay, ad break over.
Hello, Ben. We are here peacefully. We're simply looking for a man by the name of Knight_Arcturus.
Alright. We don't have him.
We do not know where he's at. We have not seen him, nor have we heard from him.
We don't have him.
Where are they going?
With their first plan failing, Westelm went to plan B.
Shield wall, shield wall.
What the?
What's happening, guys?
They're forming a shield wall. They're forming a shield wall outside.
Everyone leave. We're getting out of here.
Yeah.
Everyone bail.
Through the back door. That was
The
just
Westelm
created.
Squadron had successfully intimidated the Commonwealth leadership into fleeing their own nation. Westelm then went around, searching every house, every mine, every crevice of the Commonwealth.
This is wild.
But ultimately, Knight Arcturus was nowhere to be found.
Where's, like... Is this the Commonwealth? Because there's no army to protect them.
Meanwhile, at the Cass Coalition...
I get all the nations mixed up, I'm gonna be real. Like what islands they're on.
Can I run something by you real quick?
Yeah.
You know how everyone's trying to kill Saps because of what he did? And then during his trial, he was all like...
All I'm saying is that he's about to say something like really profound and important to the series, and the fact that he's saying this with a clown nose, just peak cinema.
Luminara was behind this. Luminara built the trap.
The leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200, and their ringleader, Fluxion.
So, I was sailing past Saps' place a few days ago.
God, this dude is digging. Or what? Oh.
You see that? You see that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that... Flux?
Yeah, kind of looks like him. Yeah.
Does it? I mean, maybe. If this wasn't recorded on bank security footage.
Yeah, kind of looks
That's like the camera they always capture Sasquatch or aliens on. It's never a good camera.
Yeah.
What's he doing at Saps' place? And why is he gathering blocks?
You gotta show Cass.
What do you think?
Interesting. You know what? Go show this to Tricolor. And probably also Perion.
I'm on it.
She's stressing out here.
A citizen of the Cass Coalition had been reviewing his...
Do you know how sick it would be to be a viewer in one of these streamers, especially like Cass or something, like one of the main people, and watching this live all unfold?
Video footage when he happened to notice Flux digging for sand, a prevalent material in Saps' roof. On its own, this wasn't the best evidence. But for some people, it did raise some questions.
I'm surprised that many people are still alive. They haven't even lost 100 people yet. Oh, that's true.
Saps had spent the day getting brought into meetings with the most important people on Island 1, and
probably
he
so
didn't
many.
really know what to make of this. In one sense, he was incredibly lucky to finally have some support. But he also questioned how real this support is and who he can really trust. See, Saps knew that the Covenant generally did not like the people of Island 2. The Covenant believed that Island 1 was the supreme island with better culture, customs, and traditions. They were also known to be ruthless, having massacred the entire Lingolini Mafia. It's why Saps was suspicious of Turntap's offer to continue protecting him, especially after he ran away. But Saps knew he needed powerful allies as world tensions were ramping up. When Spoon invaded the Commonwealth yesterday, he got a lot of criticism, mostly from his own neighbors who were blindsided by the move.
Spoon could have dragged all my people into war. Elysium is a nation of peace.
Like that, any hope for a Big Four alliance was basically dead, especially since the other nations were now dealing with problems of their own.
Culture's 10 days old.
Earlier yesterday,
Let them live their
Seneca
lives.
had found out that Elysium's newspaper, Daybreak Media, had somehow found out that she had directed the Covenant to kill Lingolini. This is why Seneca was so quiet yesterday during the Island 1 snow meeting. She knew the story would be coming out, and she was trying to figure out how she would respond. And on day 9, she made her decision.
She really does have a snitch issue.
From invading Infernus, she would show strength by doubling down and hold a joint ceremony with the Covenant, parading around Lingolini's head.
That's wild. Yeah, this is the second time she's been completely screwed over by a snitch. She needs to figure that out. She needs to lock this down. I feel like everyone else is actually doing surprisingly well with snitches and all that. She needs to figure this out. For someone who, overall, I feel like is pretty unproblematic, she is letting any problems she has go and becoming very problematic very quickly when it is not necessary.
Let this be a lesson. Shame to those who disrespect our volcano.
Imagine they miss.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, the Blue Cross was hosting a meeting.
Vietnam, I'm getting word that Infernus is having...
Blue Cross
Wait,
was
what was that
hosting a
guy's
meeting.
Vietnam.
Oh, I thought it was just saying vitamin weird.
Ceremony to burn the head of Mario.
If I can't get his head back, then it's war. I will put my hands around each and every one.
The leader...
If he can't get his head back. Ooh. Brother, I don't think you're getting that head back.
The leaders and representatives then decided that Infernus needed to be punished, and they started discussing whether or not to declare war. But then, not even a minute into the discussion...
If everyone is against them, then we are not going to...
Benji's dead! Benji's dead!
What?
Benji!
Benji, the leader of Elysium, had suddenly died. And before anyone could even ask about what happened, a member of Daybreak Media made a shocking revelation.
They're thinking about war.
Benji had been one of the people who made the call to kill Lingolini.
What? Apparently, Benji had admitted to Daybreak Media that he, alongside Infernus, had approved the killing of Lingolini. At the time, Benji believed that killing Lingolini would finally resolve the conflict over the volcano and bring peace to the island. But he ended up seriously regretting this decision, so he told Daybreak Media everything, exposed Infernus, and then ended his life.
Oh my gosh.
Now, because Benji had repented, the
Yeah, there might be
Blue
some
Cross
civil
Conference
war.
decided not to punish Elysium and instead focused on Infernus.
I don't know about war. Maybe a trial? Give Infernus a chance to tell their side.
Flux was representing Luminara at the meeting, and the leaders actually agreed with his idea. So later today, there would be a trial against the entire nation of Infernus. Now, when the meeting came to an end, Flux was approached by a few guards from Tricolor.
Right, look. We know about the assassinations, all right?
What assassinations?
You're under arrest. You're coming to Tricolor.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna have a trial. Just come with us.
What are you talking about?
Tricolor had issued an arrest warrant for Flux after they obtained incriminating video evidence from a citizen of the Cass Coalition.
Being possibly responsible for the death of Joe Field in any capacity.
What are you talking about? We know Seraphim was guilty of that.
There are concerns that you may have been involved in other ways. If you believe yourself innocent, I believe that you are.
Oh yeah, they're a lot more violent.
You told me you were, all right?
There is so much more violent. It's because their island is an abyss of nothing. They're aggressive.
Now the most important thing you can do is simply go to the trial and prove that you're correct, which I believe
This
you
is
are,
an
okay?
outrage against Luminara. I cannot
No.
believe that you would accuse me of this.
Now, the truth was, Tricolor wasn't necessarily convinced that Flux was guilty. They just wanted Flux to go to trial so that he could answer their questions about the videotape.
Island 2's the lush one. I keep getting mixed up. I'm gonna be real.
Run away.
You're seriously scared that I'm going to run away from a trial.
You agree after what happened with the Commonwealth?
I feel like Island 1 is the more aggressive one. I mean, it might feel like Island 2 is a little more aggressive just because Flux is there, but I feel like Island 1 has been overall more violent ones, like more betrayals and all that.
You never be too careful about stuff like that. We're both not.
Fine, I will go. But this is an outrage.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna remember. We will not stand for this.
Flux is getting arrested by Tricolor. He's like stopping every few seconds.
We'll stop. Don't worry about it.
The group then passed through Elysium and were about to sail off to Island 2 until...
Oh? What's going on here? Possible assassination attempt or rescue attempt? Let's see.
Oh, hey, what is this?
What?
Oh, he missed the boat.
Wait, Flux is getting away? It turned out Flux had secretly told a member of his own crew to come and attack him so that he could run away from his arrest without looking guilty.
Dude, say what you will. Flux
When
is a
Flux
genius.
returned to Luminara, his whole world had flipped upside down. He believed he had covered all his tracks, that he had gotten away with everything. But for now, he had to remain calm and decide on his next move.
Legacy.
Yeah?
We've just been informed that you have ties to the Covenant, and they're working with Saps the Traitor. So the problem is, we're afraid you're a national security threat. You have two choices right now. You either drop out of the election this instant, or we can do this the hard way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's tough.
He just gave so many people diamonds, too.
By forcing Legacy to drop out of the election, Flux had automatically become the leader of Luminara. Which means if Tricolor still wanted to arrest him, they would
Wait. Let me watch that again.
Out of the election, this national security threat, and they're working with Saps the Traitor. We've just been informed that you have ties to the Covenant, and they're working with Saps the Traitor. So the problem is, we're afraid you're a national security threat. You have two choices right now. You either drop out of the election this instant, or we can do this the hard way.
Oh, he's telling Legacy that. Okay. I was mixed up there. I thought they were kicking Flux out, but Flux is kicking him out because he's part of the Covenant.
Right.
Oh.
By forcing Legacy to drop out of the election,
Flux is kind of a genius, I can't lie.
automatically become the leader of Luminara. Which means if Tricolor still wanted to arrest him, they wouldn't be able to just walk ahead and take him. they would have to invade Luminara itself.
Also, let's just keep in mind all of this because whatever his name was wanted to build a bridge. It all started with that, really.
Emperor Spood had caused a lot of chaos with his failed attempt to capture Knight Arcturus. So he spent day 9 repairing relationships, but also forming new ones. For example, earlier, Spood had received a message from a player named Addison27 who wanted to sell Joe Fuel's head in exchange for netherite. Spood accepted the deal, gave Addison a place to meet him at, but then he gave Addison's location straight to Tricolor.
Armor.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Show us the head.
Yeah,
there it is.
Oh, no.
Give it right now.
I got it.
Now, this actually led to an alliance between Westelm and Tricolor, the first ever multi-island alliance, and a strategic move by Spood to befriend the neighbors of the Commonwealth. Later, Spood also visited the Covenant after he heard about some civil unrest going on.
So they all just left, just like that?
Apparently, about half of the Covenant's entire population had decided to leave the Covenant. This is because they believed TurnTap was betraying the Covenant's values by constantly trading and associating with Island 2. And what made a lot of them really angry was the fact that TurnTap was making them protect Saps. See, originally, TurnTap had only brought Saps in to get diamonds for his army. But the more he heard about Saps' story, the more he became captivated by Saps and wanted to help him. In fact, the reason TurnTap had acted strangely on day 7 wasn't because he was thinking about killing Saps. It was because he had just saved Saps from the Alcaracina pirates, and he was worried that the pirates would attack the Covenant in retaliation.
Walk ahead.
Why didn't he just say that?
Anyway, now that TurnTap had the pirates against him, as well as much of the
That's like
Covenant
totally
forces,
fair.
which TurnTap himself had trained
Why didn't
to
he
be
just say that?
ruthless, it's fair to say that his life was in grave danger.
But why was he being like, I'll tell you when we get there? Like, why do we do this? Just explain while you're running.
Before he and Spood could figure out a solution, the Covenant suddenly had a surprise visitor.
Come here, you're under arrest.
Uh-oh.
Yo, they're trying to kill me?
You killed our leaders.
Uh-oh.
You destroyed our island.
After days upon days of searching, the Commonwealth had finally found Saps.
It's literally the guy.
Saps is now hiding. This player, Zekor, was now the main diplomat of the Commonwealth, and he knew that this was his opportunity to finally kill Saps.
The vibing
The last
duck.
thing he needed to do was to convince Spood to hand Saps over.
Spood, come here. Please, let's have a talk. Let's have a chat. And are you a friend of this criminal behind you?
Alright. Could you guys come inside?
Oh boy. Here we go.
We can put all of our fighting behind us. I propose a trade. You give me Saparada, and the Commonwealth gives you Knight Arcturus.
Oh.
RT for Saps. I mean, where would this happen?
You can let us take Saparada now, and then we can kill Arcturus for you.
No, don't kill him. He needs to fight in the Colosseum.
Alright, we can make that work as well.
Have them fight each other in the
So
Colosseum.
you're saying you know where he is? It's interesting because Sitzkrieg said he didn't.
Okay.
We don't have him.
We do not know where he's at.
Look.
Uh-oh.
He comes back every now and then. We'll find him.
Really?
Am I stupid here? Have them fight it out in the Colosseum, and whoever wins becomes free. The two, well, to be fair, Artie's only really a menace to Spood over here, so like I don't think that would be a fair trade-off, but like it would be entertaining.
Is that so?
Why would I lie?
So you'll find him for me.
Spood, don't do this.
Look, Spood, I have to be honest. I am shocked that you're defending this criminal. Either you accept this deal right now, or I tell everyone from back home that you're harboring Saparade. They'll all declare war on you, and this will be the end of Westelm.
So, just to make the terms of this deal very clear, because I want to be accurate, you expect me to give up an innocent man in exchange for a terrorist?
Oh!
Is that really your offer?
Spoon!
He's not innocent.
It's not where I thought that was going.
Alright. Get out.
Oh!
Now.
Oh! Oh my goodness! This was a turn I did not expect it to take. Look at Spood standing up for him.
Soon it
might be controversial, but he's doing the right thing.
Very anticipated event because Seneca had told everyone that she actually planned to attend. As such, Turntap would be there to help her, which meant Saps also had to go. He wanted the Covenant's protection, which would actually come in handy. What? Saps getting attacked. Oh no. Oh boy, Sap's getting attacked again. The attacker was taken out immediately by the Covenant, but this led to another problem.
We need to know whether we should keep Infernus in the area. We are worried about assassinations.
We're not going in a building, we're having this outside.
Seneca and the rest of Infernus had arrived, but were refusing to
I knew there was no way he was dying there.
Safety concerns. Infernus is saying outside or nothing. They're not going in. And as expected, people were quickly becoming impatient.
I have to stand here for 5 more minutes. I'm gonna pull all my hair out. These people don't have the ability to come in this building.
The trial hadn't even begun, and things were already out of control. And then,
no.
someone's setting up dripstone.
No. No. Sap, no.
Oh.
Wait, who was killed? Turntap. Uh-oh.
And like that, Turntap was dead, killed by 2 disgruntled former citizens of the Covenant who had come back.
I thought Sap was dead, to be honest, but...
Burn us back to the castle.
Queen Seneca directed her people and all the remaining Covenant forces, who were now leaderless, to retreat to the Infernus Castle.
This is way better than Game of Thrones. This is crazy. So now Infernus has those extra Covenant people. Remember, those Covenant people are elite PvP players.
Both Infernus and the Covenant were eventually found guilty of murdering the Lingolini Mafia. But now that Seneca had adopted the entire Covenant army with all of its netherite weaponry, it would be impossible to try and arrest anyone. Saps, meanwhile, was abandoned at the courthouse, so he ran all the way to Westelm to Emperor Spood, who was apparently dealing with a new political crisis. It appeared that Spood had finally made the Commonwealth mad because, according to a Westelm spy, it looked like the Commonwealth was preparing to go to war.
Uh-oh.
And on top of this, Spood had received a message from Sitzkree inviting him to the Commonwealth for a meeting. Now, of course, Spood suspected this was a trap, but his second-in-command Spider had an idea.
Let me go instead. Let them kill me, and if they do,
Legend.
we'll have the right to obliterate them.
Basically, if Spider goes to this meeting and actually gets killed, then in the eyes of the world, this will give Westelm permission to finally wipe the Commonwealth off the map.
You're a hero, Spider.
Glory to Westelm.
Glory to Westelm! This is saluting. This could be taken out of context if this green screen suit.
These guys are all
I feel like it could be problematic here.
Oh my god.
Oh, they actually killed him? No way.
This is it.
It's finally happened. It's finally happened. This is the big moment. Guys, let's take bets. Who's winning? Who's winning? We got Westelm versus... What is this place called? Commonwealth? There's no way Westelm's losing this, right? Commonwealth is so low on people. Unless if they got people from whatever. Last we checked in on them, they are weak.
Wait, what? Where is everyone?
The Commonwealth had been completely abandoned.
Oh? Burn it down.
See, after Zekr's meeting with Spood, Sitzkrieg had tried to rally all of Island 2 against Westelm, but not a single nation joined him. Throughout its days, the Commonwealth had faced chaos, infighting, global humiliation, and now Sitzkrieg was utterly defeated. So, as a final jab against Westelm, Sitzkrieg decided to kill Spider before dissolving the Commonwealth once and for all.
Are they gonna blow it up? No.
Sitzkrieg and his remaining citizens then decided to pack up and relocate to the one place in the world that Westelm wouldn't be able to infiltrate.
Oh.
Come on in, guys. Welcome to Infernus.
They've just become so powerful.
There are so many people. Oh my God.
Where are they getting food? I guess they're growing food somewhere, because that's a lot of people. They like doubled their population. That castle isn't that big. I thought you were right, though. I thought they're gonna blow up.
Meanwhile, at the Cast
place.
Coalition, it was the end of another good day. The farmers had produced plentiful crops, the businesses had made lots of sales, and there was even a birthday party.
See, I feel like the Cast Coalition, they're gonna get wiped out soon, because they just aren't strong enough, I feel like. Something's gonna happen, and they're gonna be taken out. I just feel like they haven't adapted to the times. And someone's gonna take advantage and just wipe through.
But while her people
They're
were
literally
happy,
just Switzerland.
Cass knew very well that the outside world was quickly growing out of control.
It's true, it's not really
As
anything
leader,
against them,
It was Cass's
but...
duty to keep track of all the world conflicts. But by day 9, they were simply overwhelming. She watched from afar as the Commonwealth fell apart. She watched as world leaders died left and right. She watched Infernus avoid justice by blocking themselves off.
I just don't know how long she could stay neutral before... I just don't know how long that she could stay neutral before she gets either framed for something or like accused of something, or maybe she even does something wrong. It's something's about to topple here with her.
Volcano's sheer height. Yet despite all the turmoil, Cass spent most of the day trying to solve what was now the world's biggest mystery. Who had
That is true.
really murdered all the island's
She does have a lot of
leaders?
respect
Was it
towards her.
Saps? Or was it Flux?
She's literally
See, earlier
Switzerland.
at the Blue Cross meeting, members of the Cass Coalition were listening carefully.
Covenant was propagating anti-Island 2 propaganda, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, we didn't agree with that. Island 1 never had beef with you guys. It was really just a covenant.
they can see that Island 1 is gearing up to invade us, then at least they'll know I tried to warn them when Island 1 comes and kills us all. But the Covenant was going to invade us, right?
Honestly, probably not. I think they were just trying to scare you guys.
Flux had fully believed that Island 1 was going to invade and even yelled at the other leaders for doing nothing, which made Cass think, what if that's the reason he killed them? Besides, what would be Saps' motive? There wasn't even a motive alleged during his trial, yet he was still found guilty. In fact, thinking back, the trial itself was suspiciously short, and the judge made a decision very quickly.
He did.
On day 9, one of Cass's citizens was scouting the Commonwealth and figured out why. Flux had bribed the judge to ensure Saps was found guilty.
How did they figure this out? Wait, I'm sure they're about to say.
When Cass discovered this, she immediately called for a meeting with local leaders.
It's been Flux this whole time. I'm so mad. He needs to die.
I never thought I'd say this, but you have my permission to invade Luminara.
Okay.
I'll tell my guys to
prepare for battle. No, there won't be a battle. We go in, we take him out, we leave. Got it?
Sounds good. See?
All right. First thing tomorrow.
See. Day 10. I think this is the last day, then the outro.
Welcome, everyone.
Not everyone's saying rock and stone. Oh, this is beautiful.
Welcome. We gather here today because, well, we never got the opportunity to properly mourn our previous leader, Three Below.
What's going on here?
He was more than just a Luminaran, he was a friend, and I'm very much excited that we can continue his legacy and complete the bridge which he would have wanted.
Let's go!
And so, the Cass Coalition set off on their mission to kill Flux once and for all. On the way, Cass stopped at Aperion to rally their people.
We've found the person responsible for the multiple leader assassinations, including the assassination of your own president. Are we ready to fight for Luminara and for justice?
The plan was simple. Aperion would invade Luminara from the south, while the Cass Coalition approaches from the sea so that Flux can't escape.
How can you tell who's who?
And I just... Oh, they're here! They're here! Oh, look. Flux is running. Oh! They're after him.
Surrender, Flux! I don't want to do this!
Oh!
Okay, wait, surrender! Okay,
Surrender!
I'm not moving!
Flux was under the arrest, killing Jag, Alki, members of Tricolor, and leader of Commonwealth.
No, I mean, like, how... Oh, shield decoration. Okay, that makes sense. It's so hard to tell, like, civilization from civilization. I know Flux has the trim, which makes it easier, but, like, to tell who's in this civilization or in this civilization, you know? Shield decoration makes sense, though.
Flux had stopped and surrendered, but there was a bit of confusion.
He's entitled to a fair trial.
Wait, I thought it was on side. He's our president. They're trying to arrest our president.
Going in, Cass had been under the impression that the people of Luminara wanted Flux to be overthrown, when in reality, most Luminarans knew nothing about his crimes.
Don't be speaking to a mass murderer right now. Don't let him get through the crowds, guys. Where's Legacy? Luminarans, do you want this man alive?
Yeah, entitled to a fair trial.
Oh, come on.
All of a sudden, Cass wasn't sure about what to do. Until...
How does this always happen?
He's running.
No way.
Oh my gosh!
Actually didn't kill that many.
Flux had killed 5 people using a secret trap he had built the day before. This bought him just enough time to escape.
Dude, this guy's wild.
That said, Flux knew there'd be a lot of people after him, so when he dug to the surface, he ran straight to the ocean and fled Island 2.
Who's this guy with him? Thomas?
Still, Cass and Aperion sent out hit squads to try and hunt Flux down, while Legacy directed the citizens of Luminara to evacuate.
I gotta move all of these people over to the Conquistador HQ because no one is safe in Luminara at the moment.
Holy. Like that, Legacy had taken over as leader of Luminara. Cass and Aperion were down 5 citizens, and Flux had gotten away with everything once again.
Dude, this guy's wild.
Or so he thought.
Uh-oh.
I am so confused on what's happening
right now. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
When Flux's trap went off, the rest of the world had a lot of questions.
Was that in Luminara?
That was Flux?
Wait, Flux killed those people?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
On day 10, word began to spread about what had happened.
That was Flux's trap? Yeah, Flux built that trap.
Which made people think, was Flux behind the murders of the Island 2 leaders after all?
Is Sapgo finally be innocent?
Flux was behind everything. Saps was right.
Remy!
Suddenly, the world realized that Saps had been telling the truth.
What a redemption story. Beautiful.
Finally.
No, Saps is alive.
For the first time since he had got into hiding, Saps had been vindicated, proven innocent, and the world was finally on his side. And now, instead of hunting for Saps, all of Island 2 was determined to find Flux.
Bro, this is what happens when people want trials.
We should have just started killing him. I don't know why anyone stopped in the first place.
I would have been the bad guy if I killed him right then and there with everyone yelling, trial, trial.
But the search for Flux didn't take long.
Someone just saw Flux going up the volcano.
Oh, you're kidding.
This would be the craziest alliance.
Queen Seneca had offered Flux refuge at Infernus.
Oh no!
On the condition that he and his crew build deadly traps all around the volcano perimeter so that nobody can break in. But the rest of the world was unfazed.
Yeah, they're gonna pay for what they did.
Yep.
On day 10, all of Island 2 joined the Tricolor Westelm Alliance and declared war against Infernus.
You know what's ironic about all the... You know, I'll wait till the end. I'll wait till the end.
Alright. Today, we infiltrate the volcano to spite
We have,
and Pharaoh.
like, 20 minutes left.
And I just want to say, if I die today, I love you all. We love you. Glory to Westelm.
Linguini! He was my brother! He was everyone's brother!
Linguini!
They took him from us! They took him!
Flux got away with murdering so many of our people and our leaders. Today, we get justice for our entire island.
Ok, vamos, Alright, everyone in.
I'll meet you at the Coliseum.
A little sign. They have a highway system. That's sick. No way they have a war band. Hold up. They have minstrels. That goes so hard. Yo, this is crazy.
A few days ago, my home was turned into a death trap behind my back. I was framed and then forced to go through a rigged trial.
Guilty on all counts. Yes!
A few days ago, every single person in the world wanted me dead. But today, you all know the truth about who really killed our leaders and our friends. Today, we walk ahead, we storm the volcano, and we get justice!
Guys, final guess. Who's gonna win? Westelm outnumbers them by a lot, but Infernus has, I think, better troops. They have that whatever it's called, the Covenant, that has elite troops, and they have traps all around the volcano. Who's gonna win? I think Westelm's gonna pull it out, but I think it's gonna be really close. Actually, that's not that many people.
Alright everyone, listen up.
I don't know.
There's a lot of things to watch out for. There's gonna be lava, boiling water, dripstone traps, their entire army. They have the height advantage and netherite armor, but we have numbers. So let's stick together and let's win this thing! Come on!
Alright, here we go!
The final battle.
There's so many people.
It's so laggy. When will the volcano blow? You know, it was never stated that the volcano will actually blow.
I think there might be a problem. It's okay, it's good, it's good, it's good.
You cover us in shame, and I take the blame. Living by the rules to which high school blues walk ahead.
I don't think it was ever stated that for sure the volcano will blow. I think it was just theorized that, yeah, there's a volcano here, so it could blow. I mean, this is kind of like the volcano's erupting.
Water on the lava, but the water still burns.
Okay, send out the Covenant now, right now.
The Covenant has their own little base. That's sick.
Oh, big fighting on the ground right now. Covenant is attacking from behind.
War always happens, one way or another. I just don't think the Covenant, or not the Covenant, the Westelm has the people. This fortress is just so well defended.
They got it, they got it.
Remy! No! I didn't even realize. No! Not Remy! Better not kill that dog. He did fight for his country. His country put him on trial and he still fought for them. How can you tell who's who? Wait, who died there? Did anyone important die? No. Ah, he got out a hit for it. He's fine. His sins were atoned. Wow. I can't believe they actually pushed all the way through. This is like the Fallen Kingdom thing. No way. There's so much friendly fire, you know it. Dude, can we take a moment to appreciate Flexion's just like ability to parkour out of places? Oh, he fell into the lava. No way he's surviving. No way he's got the gapples. No. This guy has so much plot armor, it's not even funny. We have 10 minutes left.
No, of course he has a total. Of course.
Just ran over my cord.
He's missing?
Hold on.
Wait. You know, I'll read that in a second.
Oh, come on. Alright guys, let's go, let's go.
As long as it's based on what actually happened, I'm totally okay with it.
No way.
No way. No way. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Wow, you actually showed up.
Can't say no to a friend, can I?
Let's make this a fair fight, okay?
This is crazy. Guys, who's winning? What? Who's gonna win the fight? 1 for Sap, 2 for Flux. Who's gonna win the fight? There's 8 minutes left in the video.
All these people dying right now because of you.
You know, Sap,
See, here's the thing. I want Sap to win. I want Sap to win, but I feel like Flux, you can just tell by how he plays this game how highly skilled of a player he is. I'm not sure if Sap's gonna pull this off.
None of this would have happened if you had died like you were supposed to. I'm sorry for everything you've had to go through.
This sick flag, that black cat flag. I think Flux is just too skilled of a player.
I can't watch this.
Yeah, I know a lot of it was like prior setup and all that. But like, if you're able to do that, you're usually able to combat well. I feel like Gapples are cheap. I mean, Saps did also escape the trial pretty craftily, to be fair. He was doing some sick parkour, if we're being absolutely fair. Ooh, the fire. That's huge. Oh my gosh. He gets him with another lava and it's over. Who was it? Who died? Justice. Justice has been shown. That's crazy. At the Coliseum.
Saps had killed Flux. And with that, Flux's reign of terror was over.
I was about to say, still that many players left is crazy.
Today, we gather
It's like half
to
the-
honor the lives
not half,
lost
you know.
in the Battle of Infernus.
Since then, I think we haven't felt the same. I know I certainly don't.
The Island 2 Westelm Alliance had defeated the Infernus forces. But winning had come at a high cost.
Remy!
After the war, people across the world took time to mourn their dead, reflect upon the battle, and then, eventually, decide how to move on.
The inflection is his voice. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy.
Now that Infernus, the Covenant, and the Commonwealth were off the map, there were talks of creating a new world government. But ultimately, it never really materialized, and all the remaining nations just agreed to do their own thing and have peace.
Wow.
In the corner of the crowded
Island 1 had taken the brunt of the war. Crops trampled, the big tree scorched, the volcano ravaged. As a result, people across Island 1
They scorched the big
struggled after
tree?
the war.
Also, hold up. What was that
As a
chat there?
result, people across Island
Femboys on top.
1 struggled after the war. Some of them joined cults, while others moved to Island 2 in search of a better life.
I don't ask for
Elysium was fine though. Instead of going to war on day 10, the Nation of Peace had decided to hold a peace festival. And on on their shore was something new. A bridge stemming all the way from Luminara.
Wow. Wow.
And so everybody lived on in peace, including Saps, who at long last had returned to Island 2.
Hey, Saps!
This brings back memories.
What if he fell off and died?
Still, the world wasn't totally conflict-free. The Cass Coalition Bakery was yet to be exposed for causing the death of Wood Daddy. And Knight Arcturus was still in hiding, yet to be found by Westelm.
I forgot about that guy.
It's a big world, so it's not a surprise that many stories like these may just never end. But I think there's some beauty in that.
So did the pirates join the fight too? Or were they just kind of vibing?
Yeah, we still have some work to do. We will catch that traitor. But tonight you can rest. You've made your emperor very proud.
The fact that Spood is like the only one that survived through the whole thing, Spood and Cass.
You have heard all of the evidence. If you find Thomas 5200 guilty of aiding Fluxion with his reign of terror, jump now. Thomas, may you find mercy in the end, senor.
It's nice to see an actual execution.
Because I thought you were gonna blow up my nation and kill all my citizens, but after we talked
The wedding!
about it for like 5 minutes, I realized you could blow up my nation and kill all my citizens, but that doesn't mean you will.
Barbie, do you take Oppenheimer to be your one and only canon?
I do.
The priest being the two skin. Hey!
At this time, Barbie and Oppenheimer have requested that instead of rings, they will both exchange something slightly different. If you would please turn your attention to the nuclear bomb that's behind us.
What?
3, 2.
Wait, what? That's a wild.
So slowly lose control as emotions
Oh.
overflow,
Aww.
falling into the unknown.
Sap was such a good guy. He was just misunderstood. Hey, we'll watch the credits. I mean, they're only like 20 seconds. Guys, scale 1 to 10. That was like, that's got to be close to a 10 video, right? That's got to be close to a 10 out of 10. I don't know how it could get much better. That was incredible. 9.6. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't even know really what I would change. The rich poor thing didn't really have that much of an impact. That's true. That's true. You know what's okay, so here's what I was thinking. You know what's kind of ironic about all this? Is that Flux, even though he, like, the war was revolved around him, in the fact that he did that, he did in fact stop the war between Island 1 and Island 2. I feel like it was all going towards, like, fighting each other. And then once the Flux and assassination thing happened, the focus totally shifted. And they were like, wait, we don't really care about Island 1, Island 2. We got our own problems to figure out. And then all kind of circled all together, all attacking Flux. And then once he was dead, it brought peace. So ironically, in a weird, construed way, Flux did bring peace to the two islands. It just went in the worst way possible. They would have found peace without him. I don't know. I think if there wasn't the whole Flux plotline of the assassination, because remember why they were all there to begin with. They were there because they wanted to all go together and be like, okay, when we get attacked, we're gonna attack them. No, I know. Trust me. He was a bad person. He was the villain. He was the villain. I'm not saying Flux was the good person here. I think in the very, very beginning, he had good intentions, but he very quickly turned into the villain. But in a weird, construed way, I think it actually turned out for the better for the whole entire nation. Flux was the only one that wanted to attack Island 1. See, I'm not sure about that, though. I truly think if the whole Flux thing didn't happen, I think there would have been a major war between the two islands. Yeah, he got one vote at the meeting at his side. That's the thing, though. But remember what the whole meeting was about. They were all making a military alliance, too, if they do get attacked. You can't tell me that there's two separate islands like that, and without that distraction, nothing would have happened. They would have been like, ah, we're fine. We're talking about ADHD Minecraft players here. If it wasn't Flux, something more major could have snapped. Maybe have faith in humanity. When has that ever applied? When has that ever applied in the real world? I mean, there might have been peace for longer, but who knows? It was in Minecraft, but IRL, not IRL. Yeah, but like everything else, here's the thing. Here's what made this so interesting. Everything else in this loosely followed how just humans just participate in the world. It followed humanity in a weird way. And that's why this was like a social experiment. I mean, of course, there's like little things here and there like that are just Minecraft, you know? And at the end of the day, this is just Minecraft. Humans are humans still. It doesn't matter if a human is controlling a video game player. At the end of the day, it's still a human doing it. And I really think, maybe not. But I think there's a very, very high chance, like 80+% chance that a war would have happened. But hey, you can disagree with me, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, guys, we've been streaming for 3 hours, 15 minutes. No matter what you guys think, I think we can all agree. Fantastic video. Everyone have a good rest of your day. Toodaloo, guys.